Hello and welcome to the Artisan of Glimmith. I'm Tom, and this video will cover the solutions to the puzzles on the Compass Island here. There are no tutorial puzzles. The hatch maze that I solved in the last video basically serves as a tutorial for the puzzles coming up now. They're all compass puzzles. Some are pretty hard and there's quite a lot of them, so I'm not sure I'm going to cover all of them in this video. Anyway, it's going to be quite long. Let's start with the first difficulty 1 puzzle that is right here. And there's only one of them anyway. We have size separation, so first of all we can draw in all the borders that we must draw anyway, like this, and here, okay? So here we have single tile regions, which means this one here has to extend at least one. This one also has to extend at least one. This one also has to extend at least one. Here we can only have 2, which means this one has to extend one more. I can't join it because of the 0 to the west here. So this must be this at least. We can draw this border. This could be 1. This one here cannot be 2 anymore because of this one. This has to extend one more. Again, I cannot join these 2 symbols, right? So this one cannot be 1, it has to be 2 because of this symbol here. So like this, it's done here. Here we also must not have one single region, a single tile region, must be 2. And the puzzle is complete like that already. So difficulty 2, there are 11 puzzles of that kind. So one is here. Let's see, again, we have a border here, and we have the solitude. So it's all about making the stuff fit. We can start with this one. That needs 6 to the south. That can only be those here, right? We need 5 to the west here. That must be these. And we already have 1 here. So we can draw in this border at least. What else? We need 4 for this one to the west. We only have 4 left. Oops, they can only be reached. Oh, come on. Like this. And here we need 7 to the north. That must be these. Then. So here we need 2 to the west. That must be these, right? And then we have 3 to the north here. Can only be these. And we also have to cover this one. What's this? That's a 2. So this is all about finding the tiles that are important to cover. Now let's start on this here. Like here, what is it actually? I can only move 1 left here. So if I were to do this, I wouldn't be able to get this tile anymore, right? Because this one can only move 1 to the right. I can't move all the way around it. So this here definitely has to cover this one. And then this can move 1 to the right and 1 up. And the rest can only be covered by this symbol here, right? And here we have this tile that can only be covered by this one. So we have to draw this one there. And then we can not get these here with this symbol. We have to get them like this. This one can't move to the right now anymore. We need those here. Here we need 2, 3 and 2 to the south. That's 8, now 7. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this tile here cannot be reached by this symbol, right? It also can't be reached by this symbol, because if I do this, I will end up here with, like, I will not be able to complete this one, and I'm lacking 1, yeah? So, the only place to get this from is this symbol here. Wait, no, this one, sorry, losing my track here already. This one here, so this one has to move out first of all. Now here, I cannot reach this tile with this symbol anymore, right? And if I did this here, I couldn't complete the 3. I need 1 more tile to the south. Yeah, so I can only use this one for these 2, which means this one has to move up here, and then they both have to move all the way to the side here. This one then gets 2 to the south of it, right? And this one gets 1. Let's draw a border here. We have a shape bank. So we can look at this here, for instance. The 1 can only be this. There's no way I can have a position this shape on this tile with only 1 to the right, right? So like this. Here we need 4 to the west. That can only be this symbol. And we have 4 to the west like this. What else? Here we also have 4 to the west. 3 to the west. We could look at this one, but I think I want to... No, wait. Actually, we can put in these here already. That's first. Yeah, let's look at the 4 here. That must be this shape, right? And I can't do it like this because of the 2 here. I instead have to do it like this, and that fits with the 2 to the west for this symbol here. Yeah. So that also is correct. We have another 2 here. Here we need 2 to the east. That can only be these now. Yeah. So let's go 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and oops. Wait, no. 2, oh come on. 2 here. And here we also need 2 now. Here we need 3 to the west. That can be anything, either this, but with the 2 that doesn't work. Also like this, it doesn't work with the 2. It has to be this then, okay? And that means here 2 to the east must be this now. With these 2, that's the only possibility. We have 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and we go around with another set of 2 2s. Okay, 3, 3. That's a 2. Here we have a precision 4, which means that I must, like this one, will be complete with 4 tiles. It has to move up, right? I can't move to the side because I would have to add 3, and that would add up to 5 already. So I can't move to the right. Let's first of all draw a border there and also here, which means that this one must take all of these 4 squares because otherwise we would have a region that is not 4, like this. So this has to move up. It can't join this one because we already have 3 to the south of this one. This needs 2 to the south. Can only get them here so that this one can get its last tile to the left here. And then this one is 1 to the south like this. All of these here need to move out. I cannot combine them because that would be 3 to the south and 3 to the east for this one, right? These 2 I also can't combine. I need to move out here. So this one can be completed like that. This one has to move out here. This one has to move out. This one has to move out, and this one too. Now this one has to go to the south to be completed, which means in turn that this one cannot be completed like that because we have a mingle shape, right? So the 2 to the east must be completed like this. That means for this I only have this one, this tile left for the 1 to the west. And then there needs to be 1 more. No, actually the others are, this is 3 to the north, so I can complete the shape like that. And that in turn means for this one that I cannot complete it like this, right? Because we would have 2 L's. I have to go there. Even if I go there, I could also do this potentially. But let's look at this one first here. Because they cannot join, this has to move down. And what about this one? This also can go there, but it can't do that because of the mingle shape. So this one has to move there at least, like this, which means that this one has to form an S. This one must form a T, so I can't have an S here. I also need a T here. No, that's not it. This one is a 2. What do we have here? We have a boxy. Okay. So let's start with this one here. We could do the 3 and the 4, generally speaking, in two ways. You can do this with 4 and 3. No, 3 to the bottom doesn't even work. 3 to the bottom can only be done like this. Yeah? 3 like this and 4 to the side. Right? Yeah, that's the only possibility for this one. And here we have 4 to the left and 6 to the south. That's this shape. This one can only move 1 to the left right now. So that's complete like this. Here we have 4 to the north. That can only be these now, given that we have this border here already. And 5 to the east is like this. So this is also complete. Here we are 1 to the east, like that. And this is 6, which is exactly what I have here, to the west, plus 3 to the north. In a boxy version, that's a 3x3 square. Anything else here? Oh, that's one. Okay, here we can look at the grid size. It's 24. Now for these two 6s that I cannot join, they're too far apart, I need 12 of those 24. So I'm left with 12, and that's exactly the amount I need for this. I need to add 5. I have one tile, I add 5 to one side, that's 6, and another 6 to the other side, so that's 12, right? So first of all, that means that this one cannot move up or down. As soon as I do this or that, the puzzle is unsolvable, because I don't have enough space anymore to fill in the rest of the tiles with the clues that I have, right? Because again, this needs 12, this needs 6, and this needs 6, and the total I have is 24, like this, right? Okay, so that in turn means that these here have to be filled by the 6s, yeah? And this one cannot be reached by this 6, this is 3 already, I would need another 4. So this one has to go here, and this one has to go here then. And that fits perfectly, 6 and 6, and like that, the puzzle is already complete. What else? There were a couple of puzzles on the left side here also. That's one. Here we have 23 tiles altogether, but it's much better to fill these in already, because this is what they have to move, these tiles, right? And only from here we start counting the 8 and the 6. So we're left with 19. If we subtract 8, we end up with 11. Minus 6, that's 5. And 5 is exactly what I need for this shape here. And that in turn means that I need to put this shape into this tile here. That can only be achieved like that, obviously. So now we have 1, 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to comply with this clue, and that completes this puzzle. That's a 3, and a 2 here. Rose windows with the compass. The first thing to focus on is this one here, yeah, because this can go only 3 up. So the only red symbol it can reach is this one. And it needs a red symbol, so let's take the straight way sort of here, okay? And then we can focus on this one. This can go 3 up. The only red symbol it can take is this one. So it can only go up in a straight line, right? It has to move around here, there, to get the 3 up only here, right? And now here this has 4 up. It has to move 1 left and then 4 up here. And that's already the solution to the puzzle. And there's one here at the bottom. We need a border here and here and here and here and there also. Let's fill in these things. And this one. So here we have a single cell shape. We have a delta, so this has to have at least 2. It can't combine with this one because this one would have to go up, and we're on both sides of the border, right? Even though it could, no, it can't go like this. We can draw a border there. That doesn't work. This one here is also next to a 1 cell region, so it has to extend at least here. What else? Here we also have 1 single cell, so this one needs at least 2, and this one also needs at least 2, so it has to extend up into the same region as the one up here. So we have a 3. We can't move to the west of this because of these 2 symbols here, right? And we can draw the border like that. Now this one has to move one down, complete like this. Here we have one tile, so this cannot be a one tile region. We need at least two. And now we can see that we have to add this to this one, so we have two to the top of it. This cannot expand here. It also can't join this one. So what else? Here we need to move down one. This is a border here. We can only move down here. And here, no, actually we don't have a mingle shape. We could move there. We can't move there. This has to be a border. So here, yeah, I can't have one here because of this tile. So I need to expand this region here. And this can't be a three corner like this, right? Because of the delta. So we need a border here. And that's that puzzle. Is there anything else here? No, that's already the beginning where I checked already. Yeah, these I already checked. How many do I have by now? 12. Yeah, that's all of them. So on with the difficulty 3 puzzles. We start here and draw in these borders already. What I did here when I first solved it, I extended these lines here to see which regions can only be reached from where. Yeah, because it actually does help to get a better overview. And this one is here and here, even though like it's difficult to see what line belongs to what. But there's two things that are important here. These two tiles cannot be reached by any of these 3 symbols. So this has to be this one. Let's make this red. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it could actually reached by the 5 also. But no, actually let's take it away because it could be done by the 5. But this region up here, that is only the 5. I can't go up here, I can't go up here, and I can't go east here. So these have to be one in the same region. And then there's also this tile here. Can't be reached by this one, can't be reached by this one, can't be reached by this one, must be reached by this one, okay? And then again, like let's put those in just to keep them in mind. These here, and let's delete this by now. These could potentially reach by this one or by this one, right? So the question is how we add this to up there, right? One thing that you could try is like this, but then you would have to put blue here and you would cut off this connection and you wouldn't be able to go with 5 all the way down here with this one, with this region, right? So this is not an option. You could think about going here with the blue one, like, or maybe here. Or yeah, like, anyway, the blue connection, right? Let's look at the blue connection here. Can you do it like this? No, because you will not be able to reach this here. That's what we just saw, right, when I connected this here. You can't get with this one here, and you cannot get with the 5 all the way down here, with these 5, right? So, an alternative would be to go through here, sort of. But again, you're cutting this one off, and here you wouldn't be able to get up there. So that's also not an option. So the only option is indeed this one. Now you need to get up there, and that means you have to go through here. Yeah, this one can then go this way here, and this has 5 to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect fit. I can't do anything else here. Yeah. On this side, right? Blue is complete anyway. So now I just need to extend the orange one to the borders of this one, and this one will take care of the rest. There was a 3. This is all about, let's go back to standard palette here, this tile, because we have a solitude, right? It needs to be added to a symbol. Cannot be this, because that's 1 to the east. Cannot be added to this, because that's 2 to the north already. Cannot be done like this, because it's 3 to the west already. And here we have 4 to the north already, so it can only be this one. Okay? can draw on these borders. Well, it's not really necessary, like this, yeah? Now we need 2 to the bottom, yeah? So let's put in these. Could also be this or that. It's one of those. Let's just take this one here, okay? Because this one is... No, it could also be this, actually. Let's just put in these. That's the likeliest option. Now we need to take care of the 3 to the north here, yeah? So it has to wrap around that and go here. And then there, that would be 1, but we don't know where we need to go. We need to take a look at this one also. This one can then go like this. And now everything is starting to fall into place, because we need 2 to the east for this one. It can only be these 2, yeah? So let's just go around this here and see, like here, I can't go like this, right? Because here I haven't completed these clues yet, okay? So here I need 1 to the north like this for this clue here. This needs 3 to the north. I have 1 already, so I need 2 more, and that leaves perfect space for the 2, and this one is a single tile region then. Yeah? There's another 3 here. Okay, we have this shape bank here. This one could be this, or this. Actually, no, it can't be. It can't be this here, right? Because of this shape, but it could be like this instead of this. So we don't know. We can only leave this in here, the one to the left like that, and we can actually draw a border there, but nothing else is that we can know. Actually, the best way to start is this one, right? We don't have anything left or right, so it's a single tile, single row sort of. It can only be the 3 straight, like this. We need another 3 straight right next to it. This one has no extension to the north, so that also must be a 3 straight to the west here, right? Here we have 2 to the right and 2 up north. Only this one can accomplish this. You can't do that with an S. On one side you will always only have 1, right? It's not possible any other way. So this has to be a square. Then you have 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Now this needs 2 above, like this. Can only be the S shape then. And indeed here we need also an S shape then. What else? We have borders here and here. We need to move out of this one. And given that we need 2 to the north for this one, we can't do that here. This has to be a single 2, and this one wraps around it in the S shape. This means that this one also has to be an S shape, right? It can't be a 3, because we don't have... Oh wait, I did 3s here. I have 2s. Oh man, my bad, sorry. I sort of got it mixed up. But that doesn't change too much here. We just need to do this. And here we need to do this. Sorry, my bad. I just sort of switched my focus. Okay, so what is going on now? We have 2 to the left. No, we can't say anything here, because it would be this or that. We don't know. This needs 2 to the east, but we can't go to the south. So we need this. And this can only be completed as a square, right? An S is not possible because you can't go to the south. So that's a square here. And then we need 3 here. What else? Here we could have an S. No, we can't have an S here. Because then I would need... Well, I could do it like this actually, sort of. Not really. But that's too far. How do I do this here? 2 to the side? Yeah, I can see now that this is not possible for this one, right? Because here I'm creating a shape that's not allowed. I could, however, do this. Then I'm left with something here that I can't fill. Yeah, that doesn't work also. So it must be this, but this I can also not fill. So what is it then? Ah yeah, the remaining thing is this. Square, S, square, square. Yeah, that's it. It must be this. And like that. No? Where is the next puzzle? There. Okay, here we can start by drawing these borders, because they cannot join, obviously. Oops. Like this and like, oops, like this and like that. So the easiest place to start is this one. I can only move out to the north of it. So I need 4 tiles on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. No other way to do that. And I need 5 tiles to the east. 1, 2. And then I also need 2 more to the bottom. So I have to move down, and then I have 2 left for the 5. However, that could be done like this. Or like that even. No, not like that, but can be done any way here. So let's leave that open, and we will draw the rest in like that. Oh, come on. Oh, let's make that brighter, okay. So here this has to move out for 4, has to go here. This one has to go out 5. The 3 must be completed like this. The 4 like this. And the 5 we don't know. The 3 here is completed like this. And then here we need to move up 3. And we need 5 to the bottom also. Let's see, can we say anything else here? Not really yet. So I think we should proceed here actually, yeah? Here we need to go north 4, right? So that can only be achieved like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 then has to be completed like this. And here we need still to go 3 to the left. We have 1 already, so we need 1, 2, 3, like this, okay? And that tells you that this region here of this compass symbol has to go down 1 more. It's complete like this. We have 1, 2, 3 to the south. This one then has to go here, and it could go there actually, and in fact it cannot go there because we need to go up 3, and the 5 like this would cut that off. I wouldn't be able to get to these tiles, and I wouldn't have enough also. So I need to complete the 5 like this, and then wrap around it like this. I have 3 to the north now. I have 3 to the south also, right? I need 2 more, and I can only take these so that this one has 5 left here. Okay? So now the one north and 1 south can only be completed like this, and there is a single tile that is sort of unused. Okay, we have a size separation. So this one is all about the thing that because of the size separation, you can only complete this in alternating order, sort of. Yeah, either like this or turned like 90 degrees like this, okay? So the question is like here, with this variation, you could complete this 2 and 1, and you wouldn't have an issue with the size separation, right? So let's see what happens if you do it the other way around. You have this one here. Here you have 4. You have this one here and this one here. You would have to do 2 here and 1 here. And that is what is not allowed. It's not easy to find, I gotta say. But you have a size of 4 here and a size of 4 here. So you can't do it like that, okay? You indeed have to do this. This here. This here and this here. Okay? You can lock those in. And now here we need the 2 and the 1. Can only be done like this. Here we need 2 to the north. That's 3 and 2. That's fine. 4, 3, 2. Yes. Here we need 0 to the east. So we need to draw a border there. We can't separate it like this because of the 2 and the 2. So we have to separate it like this. 1, 3, 5 now. And here we have 1 to the north. We can't finish it like that because then we would have 2 here and 2 here. We need to add this one, and like that the puzzle is complete. What's that there? It's also a 3. So first we need borders here and there and there and there and there and there. We have a non-boxy and a compass. Okay, this one has to move at least here. Cannot join this one. This one has to move 2 to the right, but that could potentially be anywhere. What else do we have? this one 2 to the right. Copy this. This one needs to move 2 to the right. And it can't go north. So we need these two. Yeah. We are boxy already. I can't use this one anymore. So this has to move here. And then it could go there. Also could go there and up. Here we have 2 to the right only. It can't be those two, because I would inadvertently create a single tile region that is automatically boxy. So we need those two, and I can't add anything because then I will also end up with the boxy version, right? So this has to be this. Here we need 2 to the right. I can't go in there now because again I would create a boxy region, so I have to go like this. Can't go any further there. And this one. Yeah, actually you can see that like this. If I did this here, I couldn't complete this symbol here anymore. I would only have one tile left here. So I have to combine them. And since I only have 2 to the right of this clue, I have to extend it here to make this non-boxy, okay? And then this needs 2 to the left. That can only be this here, right? But we need this down here also. So there is a problem. Yeah, the problem is this here is wrong, like this. This has to be adjusted. And yeah, the 2 to the right I can only achieve like this now. 2 to the right here, 2 to the left. But then I have this here as a problem, which I can easily solve by taking away the border that I created before. So we have a non-boxy shape here also. And this one can expand all the way to the bottom. Okay? So that way this puzzle is solved. Again, I don't remember the solutions to these puzzles. I'm just working them out every single time. Yeah, basic understanding I have of all these puzzles. I solved them a couple of times. And full disclosure, like I already recorded the white plinth puzzles. And then I stopped the recording because it took more than 2 hours only for the white plinths. And then I noticed in the second video that I forgot some and I solved brown plinths. So I'm re-recording all of this. So I have quite a fresh memory of most of the puzzles. But that will be helpful to make it a bit more succinct, the whole thing, yeah? Here we have range 4 to 6. We can't move up there, so we need at least 4 going here, okay? Furthermore, these need to move out here. Let's draw in the borders. These cannot combine because we can't go up north from this symbol. So this also has to be a separate region, which means the 3 must be completed like this. The 2 then has to move around here. Could go further to the south, but then there's this one that cannot be complied with. And here is not enough space. It would have to go through this. This one also doesn't work. It needs those 2 here. Then what else? We have the 5 that could join this one. Let's look for this one here. This one can't go through this symbol because 2 and 1 doesn't match. Also the 0 to the top, so this must definitely go here. 2 up north. We have 5 now, so we could potentially add 1 more somewhere here. We don't know, but it would have to be here, so we definitely need another region here where we can already draw a border. So let's look at this one. What happens if we do this? Yeah, we wouldn't be able to combine these anymore. The 5 would have to move down here. The 4 would have to move here. And the 5 would have to move out. And then there. And I wouldn't be able to get the 2 anymore. Like only like this. This here. I couldn't comply with this anymore. Yeah. So that doesn't work. I indeed have to combine these here. Yeah. So I have 2 to the side. I must then draw a border here and here. This is a new region of at least 4. And this needs to move 2 to the south, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually 1 more. That could be here or there. So let's leave that open. The 4 also needs 1 more. That cannot be here, obviously, because we're losing a tile. It has to be here. What else? Yeah, let's look at this one. This one can go up north only one, okay? So it cannot reach this tile. That in turn means that this one could be either this or it's a new region. Yeah? If it was this... No, actually it can't be this because of the 2. So that has to be a new region. We need to draw a line here anyway, a border. So we need a new region here. That has to be at least 4. Like this. The 5 would have to move there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5 I'm talking about. Where can it go? It can't go there, because if it went there, I wouldn't be able to comply this to fulfill this requirement here anymore. So I have to complete the 4 like this and then move around it here like this. Okay, this one is complete. We have 6 here, so that's also complete. Now we see here we need another tile that has to be here, and this empty tile can be filled by this, so we get a region of 6 here. Okay, more difficulty 3 puzzles. Here's one. Again, we need all the borders. We have a precision 5. So these and this and this. Okay, the easiest place to start looking is this one, actually, because you have 4 as an extension, so they all have to be above, because we only have 5, right? 1 here plus 4 above, so you can go up and just draw 2 to the west and 1 to the east. That must be so, okay? Then here you have 2 and 2. There's 2 ways to fulfill this, like this or like that. Now it has to be like this because this is only 4. You can't join these 2 clues, right? You have to separately add them like this. What else? Here you can know that you need this one, but the other side could be like this and like that. No, actually it can't be like this, as you can see here. So this has to be like this and like that. Okay? Those are the 2 options for the 2 and the 1 and the 1, like on the right side and up and down. So here we have 5 tiles like this. And that means here we have 5 tiles like this. Okay? What else? Here we need to move 1 tile to the right. We can only do that like this now. And then we need 3 more tiles. Right? Yeah. And we have 2 to the bottom and 1 to the left. That's exactly what we need. Like this. So here we have 5 either as a zigzag thing or like this here. We don't know. What else? Here we have a 5. We need 2 to the right here. It can only be achieved like this now. Like I can't move all the way down. Also I only have 2 left. Right? We have 3 tiles already. 2 more can only be filled like this. Added like this in order to fulfill these 2 clues. Right? So I can fill this, and here we have another region of 5 then. Here we need to go 4 to the bottom, but 3 to the left also. And we only have 3 left now, so we need to go there. And then we could go here or whatever. We don't know, yeah? But this one is for sure. So that means we have a region here of 5 like this. What else? Here we need to go 2 north and 2 south. Yeah, actually we can see that here now. We can go on with this clue, or is this one even better? No, I think we should do this one here. You have to go to the south here, right? We need 2 more here, yeah? So we can actually only do this if we went to the south. Like we need to add, like combine one of the 2s with one of the 1s, and on the other side the other way around. So here you can't go to the right anymore. You have to go left, and here you need to go right accordingly, right? If this one was gone, you could switch these around, whichever way you like. But since you have this tile filled by this region here already, you can only complete it like this. You can't do this here also, because then you would end up with a shape of 6. That's why I'm saying that you need to combine one of the 2s with one of the 1s and the other 2 with the other one, right? Because you have a basis, plus 2 is 5 already. Okay, so that's like this, and this is completed like that here. So we have another region of 5 like this. Here you have a particular shape that in fact can only be completed by, like, you need 2 here on this side, right? And since you can't move down, you have to move up. So that's one of the 2's to the north. And then the other one you can only get like this. You have to split this 2 between these 2 numbers to the left and to the right. There's no other way to solve this if you want a region of exactly 5 tiles, right? So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And then you have 1, 2, 3 going here, and then 5 there or there. What else? We could look at this one. I'm not so sure about this one, because there's different ways to comply with this. But in fact, you can see that now already. Like if you were to do this here for the top and the for the north and the west, you would need 2 to the east, and you would cut this off here. Yeah, you have 3 only, so you can only go here for the 2 for this one. Yeah. And then since you need 5, you need to go here. And then you have 5. There's no other way to complete this on the east side of the symbol, right? Now you already have 2. You can only add 2 by now, right? And you already have 1 on the top, so you have only 2 left. 1 to the top and 1 to the left, right? So here we have this shape. Let's look at this one now then. We can't go to the north. It means, in fact, we need a region starting here, right? 1, 2, 3 at least, 4, 5, yeah? That can only be a straight 5. And then we have 2 to the right and 2, 1. That's an L. I can see that already. That's the only way to do that. Because you need to combine this one with one of the 2's, because 1 tile plus 2 tiles on one side and 2 tiles on the other side, that's 5, which means you need to join this 1 to one of these 2's, and you can't do that here, right? That doesn't work, and here you need to actually do it to get the 2, yeah? So that's this puzzle. Lots of talking. Or actually, not such a difficult puzzle, but it takes some time to find your way around it. Here we have a rose windows thing, and we have 3 symbols here, compass symbols, right? So given that we only have 2 red symbols, meaning 2 regions, that means we need to combine at least 2 of them. So can we combine those? No, because we would need another 3 for this symbol, but it leads to 5 for this symbol already, so it doesn't work. Can I do this here? Also not. We need 2 to the north of this one, but that leads to 4 in the north for this one. So the only way to do that is to combine these 2. Now the question is which symbol they are supposed to get, right? If I were to do this here, I would have to combine this with the 3 here, which I could try to do like this, but then the 3 would have to go here, and this one is cut off. I could try to move this around here, sort of, right? With 3 like this. And then, actually, I think that works already, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that work? No, wait, I would have to go... No, that's too many. I can't go 3 up north. Yeah, it doesn't work. I can't reach the symbol with this clue, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4... I think that doesn't work even. I never looked at it like that. We have much too many. And I also can't do it like this. That's 4 already. Right, I can't come from here. So I have to go up there. And I can only go there, yeah? So that actually means that I have to use this one here. Yeah, 3 to the west. So here I need to take these two for this one. This one has to be part of this region. And then I simply need to combine them and add symbols so that I have 4 to the right of this one. Let's take this one and 3 to the north. So I can add this one, 3 and 4 here. And here we have 3 and 2. Yes, that's it. Okay. Is there a shine here? Let me see. No, that's just this tower thingy. Let's see. This is a 3. Yeah, this one is all about placing in these polyominoes so that you can still comply with the remaining clues. Best place to start is this one, I think. You can't place it so that it's vertical, because the 4 and also the 2 can never be satisfied, right? Because you always have 3 to the east only. It means you have to place it like this, and then you can add 3 either here or there, yeah? Let's leave those like this. And let's look at this one now. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's only one way to do that. And let's start by looking at this being the tile here. So you could do this, but that doesn't work with the 3. Yeah? The other way around is actually exactly the same, right? So we don't actually have to look at that so much. Then we could look at this being here at the top. That would be this, but again, we only have 2 for the 3. What else is possible? Then I can't use any of this, so I could use this sideways. Let's look at this here sideways. It would be something like this, but that's 4 and 2. That doesn't match. And then I could do this here, and that matches. I have 4 to the south for this one. Let's see if anything else works. You could also use this corner tile here, like this. Like this, which doesn't work because I only have 2. Or you do that the other way around, like this and like that. But it also doesn't work with the 3 here. Also with the 4 it does actually work, the 3 doesn't work. So the only way to do that is like this, in fact. Yeah. And then you need to look at, what do you look at? This one has to move out here. This one also has to move out here. Needs 2 at least. This needs 3 and this needs 2 here. So that already tells us that we can't do this for this tile here. For this polyomino, because here too we can't complete that anymore. We need to draw this polyomino like this. Now we can do 2 like this here, 3 like that, and 2 like this. Yeah? And the 4 would in fact be, where is it? Here, I think, right? So now we just need to find a fit for the T. Because the first thing that you think is, yes, fits perfectly. But the 4 can't be completed like this anymore. We only have 3 to the west here. So you need to find something else. And like I could go through the entire stuff now, all the possibilities. The only way to do that is like this. To use the stem of the T for the 2, right? And once you complete that, you can draw 4 like this. And then you have 3 here, okay? Here we have a maximum of 7. So let's start here. We have 4 to the west, to the east, can only be done like this. And since we have 5 already and a maximum of 7, the 2 that we have here are the only ones that can be added. We can draw lines here, yeah? We can only add to the west of this one, okay? Same is true for this one here. We have 4 to the north. And then we need only to the south 2 more. Otherwise we exceed the border, the limit of 7. We can extend that actually like this. Okay. So what's next? Yeah, we should look at this one here, I think. Here for the 2, I must use these. Again, I have 1 base plus 2 to the left, that's 3. Plus 4 to the right, that's 7. So I can draw this border here and also this border. Now for the 4 here, I need at least 2 going south, yeah? But I could do that like this. actually like this, or like this, or like this. Yeah, there's a couple of options for that. So let's leave it like this for the time being. And look at this one here. Here again we have the impossibility, we can't go there because we need 2 to the north and 4 to the south. That adds up to 7 with the starting tile here, yeah? So I would need 2 like this and 4 like this, and then we have exactly 4 to the east also, yeah? So now we can look at this one here. This one is a bit more complex, but the 2 to the south can only be achieved like this now, and that's also 3 to the east. Which means here I have 3 tiles left, so I can't do anything here. Once I do this, I will end up with a shape of at least 8, because I need to add 3 to this side, right? So I can draw this border here, move there already, and then I need 2 to the top. Can only be here and here. Okay? So now I know that this one has to be completed like this. I have 4 to the west, to the east, and 3 to the south now, there and there. That must be so. Actually, no, it could also be like this. So we don't know yet, actually. And what else? Here we need 2 to the west. That can only be completed like this by now. Here we need 1 to the right. That's a single thing here. Then we need to go west for the 5. We need 1 to the south here. And 3 to the north. 1, 2, 3. Fits very well. So here we need to extend this one, indeed like this. And here we need 2 to the south. That's it. So I must really be careful not to start solving brown plinths again. Especially when I'm searching for these puzzles. I hope I can do it this time. Let's see, minimum 6 we have. Let's see, this one is a 6 only if we don't join ones, because we have 1 tile plus 1 to the north, 2, plus 1 to the south, that's 3, plus 3 to the west, that's 6. So we have to draw this like this. Now here we have 1 to the south and 1 to the west only, which means it needs 3 more tiles here, and it can only be these, right? Because I can't move further here. However, I can complete this like only here, like this, but then we can complete it like this or like that. Those are 2 options that are available to complete this, but I definitely need those 3 tiles in the back to get to a minimum of 6 for this one, okay? Here we have 4. We need at least 2 more. Not sure how. Let's see, here we have 1 and 5, no. 2 and 1. Ah yeah, here we can see that we only have 1 to the south here, yeah? But that means we need all of these here. If we can only add 1 to the south here, doesn't even matter where, or here. But we definitely need 5 then in this row, and that's actually exactly the 2 here, so we can draw a border here. There are 2, and this one needs to be extended like this then, right? But we don't know where to extend this. Here we can see now that in order to get to 6, I will definitely need this up there. I could do 2 like this then, or like this and like that. But at least these 2 to the bottom I need like this. And then 2 more here, or there, or like this. That's unclear. So let's see, we need more regions here. This one is 1 region. I can't reach this one here, so this one has to be a region covering this tile also. And then we need 3 more at least. Let's see, I can only get this when I go here. And indeed now you can see that I here also need 1 more, yeah. This is 5 only, so this has to be 6 and this has to be 6. We have 6 now for each. It's the only way to complete this then, like 2 here and 1 there. And it's not correct. Why is that not correct? That's what I want to know. 2, we have 5 only here. I simply need to connect them. Yep, has to be done like this. Otherwise, like if I were to do the 2 here and the one there, I wouldn't be able to reach one of the tiles because I would have a separation here. If I did two like this, I would separate this, and this would be too small for the separated region here. I didn't see that. How many? 24? There is one more somewhere. Where is that? What's that? In this tree here. There is some glow here. Where does it come from? Oh no, it's a brown one. I know that these are not the ones I'm looking for. These are not the droids I'm looking for. Where is the final white with 3? What is this? No, that's a 4. These are all... Oh, this one is also high difficulty. Wait, there's also a glow somewhere here. That's a brown one as well. Yeah, I'm really sorry for this. It would be so nice if they added the... Or if they made the puzzles more accessible. Let's put it like this. It's really a bummer that, like... Oh wait, no, it's not this one. I don't know where it could be even, like, it's not in the back here. That much I'm very sure of. No. So I must be overlooking it here. That's also a brown one, right? Yeah. Ah, there was this brown one here? No, I solved this already. That was a 3. Please shout if you see it. That's the 4. Oh, that's annoying now. I don't know where to look anymore. Like, I feel like I went through the whole thing 3 times already, and I can't find it. Ah, there is one. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, we have rose windows. We have 4 regions. We can draw these windows, these borders here, this one and that one. So I think the easiest way to start this puzzle is by looking at this tile here. And if we can in fact have a border here, or ask ourselves, is this 4 can extend here? Because if that was the case, this one would have to still go up, either here or there, and I wouldn't be able to complete the 4 here wherever, right? So I can't do that. I need this for the 1. And which symbol can this one take? It would be either this one or that one, right? But if it was this one, for instance like this, I wouldn't be able to extend to the right for the 4 here. Yeah. So it can only be this one, and the 4 has to move all the way around here. At least here, then it could go here or there. That's unclear for the time being, but this one is complete like that. You can't extend it any further. Now we can look at what? At this clue here? Or this one? I'm not sure actually now. You can look at this one, I guess. Or this one is better? I don't even know. I see the solution already. If this were to move down here one, I wouldn't be able to go to the left or to the right. Right? So I would have to add this symbol here. But then I wouldn't be able to put this one into a region with a symbol, this tile here, right? This clue. Or this tile, yeah. It wouldn't be possible because I have the 1 here already. So it can only be so that I move down south 1 here and complete this region actually like this. Like I could extend it there also, but I can't reach this tile with this region anymore, right? So this one has to move down here, and this is complete. I can't do anything to the south of it here, and I can't do anything to the east. Yeah. So which red symbol does this one get? That's the main question. If I did this here, I would have to add these here like this, and this like that. It obviously doesn't work because of the 1, right? On the other hand, if I did... No, actually that's already clear that it doesn't work. You can only use this red symbol, and then you pretty obviously need to add this into the region here, right? So that you have 1 to the right, and here you have 4 to the right. Then you need to only add this tile here, and the rest is done with this symbol there. Okay, 25, that's it. There are 3 difficulty 4 puzzles. The first is here. I looked at it often enough. We have precision 6 and solitude. So, let's see where we can start. Precision 6 means first of all what? Here we can look at... Actually, what do we look at? Yeah, we can say first of all, like, since we can only go 3 to the south here, right? And we have a precision 6, we need to move at least 2 to the west here. So we can add 3 either here or there, in whichever way, it doesn't matter, but we need those 2 tiles to get to a 6, right? And we won't be able to extend those either to the top or to the west further, right? But anyway, here we can add the remaining 3 tiles. Given the solitude, we also can draw these borders here, and here we can only add 5 to these base tiles, right? So this has to move up here, like this, at least. And it can't go there, because then I would end up with 7 here, right? I would have 2 at the bottom, plus 7, plus 5, that's 7. So I need a border here, this also has to extend up. And then I need 3 more. That obviously have to be somewhere here. And even though I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this could also move there. But I would only be able to reach there, right? That's 6, right? I can't get into this tile there. And for this tile, I can't use this one, but maybe I should look at that then first. Because we need 3 to the left, right? That's 3. And I only have 2 tiles left now, right? So those can only be for the 4 like this. Could also be like this, yeah? But I definitely can't move up. That's the thing, yeah? We don't know about this one, if it's like this or like that. Those are the 2 options, okay? That means here I need a border. Here I also need a border. It could actually also be completed like that, I gotta say. And in fact, it could also be completed like this. Oh, let's leave those all away. But we need those 2 borders, yeah? Yeah. So, yeah, the 5 here can't go there because of the solitude. Like, I would have the 6 here for this symbol, right? I wouldn't be able to reach this tile there. So the 5 has to move here, and then it can't go up because, again, I would lose a tile, so it has to move there. Which means this is part of this group here. And then this 5 has 2. It also can't reach up there, right? It has 5. Actually, no, it could, but then it would cut this one off. So that's not an option. It has to go here, and this one will reach this corner there, right? So we have 2 more to go here. Where to put them? They have to be above here, so it has to be these. Okay? So indeed we need the 4 either here or there. We don't know, but the 3 here is complete. Could have drawn this border before also. So here we have a new region. And this region can only be this symbol now, right? Can't be this one. So it has to go here and then 2 down. Anywhere, right? Could be anywhere, but we need those in this row here. Like this. And then here we have the 4 to the south for this symbol, okay? we need a region here, because the 3 to the south can only reach here, right? Maximum. So it can't go all the way. This one has to go out here and needs to add up to 6 eventually. What else do we know? Here we can't go up and we can't go to the right. So we can only extend to the bottom, maximum 3, and then here. Yeah. There's no way to go up. I could, however, do something like this also, actually. Right? So let's do this only. Like we have this border for sure. Actually, this only. We need those at least. What about the 4 here? 4 to the south is 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. But it could also be like this, right? Or even like this. But then the 6, like, that can't be completed. How do we do this here? Maybe, is there something to the 2? I mean, we could look at this region here. Let's see, we have 9 left, plus 2, plus 4. That's 15, like this, okay? If I need to take 3 away, but I don't know where. But this one has to be outside, sort of this region. It can't be this one. Oh, actually, this one needs to be connected to a symbol. I always forget the solitude part. So these 2 can only be from here. Oh, sorry. Well, it was correct anyway. It can only be done like this. That's a 6 now. So this has to be a 6 as well. Yeah, that's what I always forget, the solitude part here. Which means this here can only be this symbol. Yeah, I can't reach it with this one. And then we have the 6 here, right? Here we have 2 somewhere here. We need 4 to the bottom. And 1 then at this side, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I definitely need this one then, right? And then I can add 2 here only. If I were to do something like this, or no, that doesn't even work. Like I can't even do that here. I need to add this there and 2 here. Yep. Okay, that was 1 4. There are here the other 4s. 1 is there. Yeah, here it's best to start with this one, with this clue. Because you can add a maximum of 2 here. That means you definitely have to move around here, all the way up here. That also shows you that you cannot use this here, because you would touch 2 sides of the border, right? So you need 3, that's 1, 2, no, that's at least 2 if you go up here. But you can't do that anymore, because here you have 2 now, 2 here, and 2 there. You need those for the dead ends that you cannot use, because you would be on both sides of the border, right? So you need 3 here, that's this. You can draw these borders. But here for the 3, what to do with this one? You could basically go here or there. You can't go here, because you are in a corner, right? That doesn't work. You could also go here, yeah? So how to deal with this? You need 1 more, you already have 2. For this 2, it's best to look at this one. Because this one can't actually, there's only one way it can reach the 3 to the left, right? It can't go this way, because then it wouldn't be able to reach this tile or this tile anymore. And here doesn't work, like it can't go on. And it also can't go up there to the left because of the dead end. Same is true here, yeah. So the only way to do that is like this. There's no other way. He gets these 2 dead ends and he's restricted, or this region is restricted like this now, which means this 3 can only go here to complete the 3 and also complete the region. There's no more possibilities given the clues. Yeah. So we need 2 here, like this, and then it's time to look at this clue first of all. Because you have basically 2 ways to complete this. You can go, like, first of all, you can't do the same thing that you did here, just move around these, because you would end up here, and it doesn't work. You have 3 to the west from this line, and 3 to the west from this line. That doesn't work. You would need 2 more at least here. 2 more here, you would need a 5 at least, or there, or 1. So the other way to solve this is like this, like this, like this. or alternatively like this, and up there. That's the only option for the 3 here. But we don't know which way yet. We can leave this in, however. So let's look at this 3 here, yeah? Can it use also the dead ends? If it went into this dead end, it couldn't use this one. It would have to use this one, and then it would be caught, like it could go, have to go here. So let's look at this now. If this one is connected to this here, is that a possibility at all? Sorry. If it went down here, I would need 3 at the bottom. I could go there, but I would eventually have to go there also, right? And then I have 3 to the top. That's fine, but I wouldn't be able to complete the 3 to the right anymore because I have to add stuff that is north of this line here, right? So that doesn't work because I'm restricted in fulfilling the 3 here by this 3. That's not an option. These, like this and this, cannot be joined. Yeah, that's not an option. So the only way to complete the 3 is to use this dead end here and these 2 tiles up there. Yeah, which in turn means that this 3 must be completed like this. Yeah. Furthermore, we have the 3 now to the west here, and there's only one way to do that. I can't use this dead end because I would have a border here now, and I would also have a border here, right? Which means I could only go there. And here I definitely can't go down because I would need these 3, and that's much too many for this 3, yeah? I can't join with this clue here because of this clue, okay? So I can't do this here up there. I can only get to the 3, which way is it? Oh, yeah, well, I can't use this, so this has to be a single region, right? So I can only get to the 3 like this, yeah? And given that I have a border here now, this region would also be complete like that. Then the 3 below, this is the only thing that's available. We need 3 above. I can do 1 here. I can do 1 here, and I have to do it like this because once I use this one here, this one would be left alone, like uncompletable, right? These 2 have to be 1 region, and then I have 3 there. So there's one more 4 on the white plinth. Yeah, this one is actually pretty simple once you understand the basic mechanic of it. The main thing is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of these symbols. Now the whole grid is 100, yeah? And you have a solitude puzzle, meaning that each region has to contain one of these compass symbols, yeah? So if you add 1 to the 4, right, you have 1 base and then 4, that means that you have 5 tiles for each of these regions, and that's exactly what you need. You need 20 times 5 to come to add up to the 100, right? But what that also means is that you can only move like north of the direction, sort of, or like into the direction of the compass. Yeah, there is no. You must go above this line here. Ugh. Above this line. Yeah, you can only, for this compass, you would only be able to add stuff above this line. As soon as you add something here or there, the puzzle cannot be solved anymore because you would have too many tiles. You wouldn't have enough tiles in the grid to complete the puzzle. Yeah, and that substantially makes this puzzle easier because you can actually do this already for all the clues that you have. Yeah, they have to move into the direction they're facing, sort of, with the clue. Otherwise, the puzzle is already, dead. Okay. Yeah, so you could draw all the borders now also around this, but we don't need to do that. We can see now that here, this 4 can't move there. So these 2 tiles, or this tile in particular, can only reach by this clue here. And since I can only move below this border, these tiles also have to be part of this region here, yeah? Okay? That's the basic clue of this puzzle. This tile here, for instance, can't be reached from here, because I'm not allowed to move this way. I can only reach it with this one. Also not with this one, right? Because I'm not allowed to move in this direction here. It has to be this region here. Oh no, that's not 4 yet. The other one is here. I can only reach this tile with this clue. This one is not allowed, okay? So I'm just gonna go through this now. We have 4 here. We need 4 like this then. Here we need 3 like right to the east of the compass. This one here can only be reached from here. Which means that this one has to be completed like that. Here we have 4 like this. This one can only be reached from here, and we need 2 more above the line, so like this. Here we need 4 for this and 1 there. Here we need 1, but we don't know where else to go. Let's see, what else do we have? This one here. This one can only be reached with this compass here, which means here we need to go 1, 2, 3, and then there or there. Not clear. This one needs to go here. No, we don't need to do this. This tile can only be reached by this symbol here, like this. The 4 for this clue must be completed like this then, and then this 4 will take this one. Here this tile must be reached from here only. This tile, as far as I can see, can only be reached from here, yeah. And this tile can only be reached from here. Meaning we have this. This tile must be taken from here now. And here we need this tile like that. This tile is a problem. I gotta say, I must have fucked something up here. Oh, I missed... No, that's 4. That's 4. So we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I did this too quickly, I gotta say. We have 4 here basically, 4 like this. But this one only extends to here. So I must have only drawn 3 somewhere, right? Where? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. Where's my... They all have 4. Where's the... I don't see it. Oh, man. How is that possible? Like, I added 4 to all of them. So how... Where is my mistake? Ah, here it is. Okay, it's this one. Yeah. This has to be here, connected like this. And this one has to go there, yeah. Okay, my bad, sorry. But you got the basic gist of the puzzle, right? And how to solve this. So 28, that's all the difficulty 4 puzzles. So difficulty 5, there are 4 of them. I think they're all around here. Let's start with this one, yes. So here you can start in the center, because a shape like this can only be completed like that. Right, 1 into each direction. Then you have these outside clues here that must be completed like this, or like dealt with like this to begin with, yeah. Here, this clue says I have 1 to the right, to the left maximum, so the top clue must be completed. So I can't go there and go up there, right? So we have this here, oh, come on. And this could potentially, no, this can't be combined also because of the 1 to the left, so this can only go here. What else? Here it's basically the same game. I can't go there with this clue, and in here I have to go here. So I cannot combine these 2 symbols. Basically this has to go there. And we have the borders like this here. But here I could basically move there, so I can't do that yet. And here I also don't know. I could do that here. So let's focus on this clue first, yeah? You can only move 1 to the left. And indeed you have to move like this because you can't combine here. You would have 2 to the left already, right? So you have to do this with a border around it, okay? So for the one south, you need to move east first, and then you could go here, but then you would have to extend 1 more, right? So that looks like it doesn't work. But if you go here, You have to go one to the south. That fits with this clue, but then you can't complete this one anymore. So the only way to deal with this is to work around it like this. To take to both of them, you have one to the right now and one to the south for these two clues, right? And that means also that you can't extend it into this direction anymore, right? And you also can't extend it north, because here this clue can now only be completed like that. So these are ready here. This also has to extend to the left for one tile like this. So here, this clue can only be completed like that. Could, however, potentially move there, but that would prevent this one from going up. That's the only tile left for this one to go up. We can't join this group because that's 3. We only need 1 to the north, like this. And then we need 1 to the south. Cannot be this, because here we already have 2. Right, and also we would need another one to the south here. So this clue must be complete like this, because here I need 1 to the north and 1 to the south like this. Okay. This one can only move 1 to the south. Now this can only move 1 to the south. So what to do with this one now? Yeah. For the south, we could go here and here. We could also join this here at the bottom and go there. So that's unclear. Can't deal with this now. But we can look at the one to the north now. We have to move to the west first, and then we could go up there. But again, we would have to move 1 to the left. Now, can we do this here? What we did up there? No, it doesn't work, because here we would have to move 1 to the left again. Yeah, so we can't use both of them. We can only use one of them, sort of, right? So if we used this one, maybe we could go there and then there. But then we can't complete this one anymore, right? There's no way to add this, and I can't go there, because first of all, this clue, and this only allows 1 to the west, right? So this one is out of the question. We can't use them. We cannot put a border there. So we need to use this one, but we are not allowed to extend it here. So the only way to extend this is here then, which means we also have to extend to the south one here. And we can't do that here, because we are only allowed to move 1 to the right, so we have to extend south here, and it also means that we can't join this group, right? Because then we would have 2, no, actually this here, we would have 1 to the south here, but we would have 4 tiles already. So we can only do it like this and like that to complete this entire southern section of this square here. So this one here cannot be completed by going up to the north, because for this clue I would have 2 already. Also can't join this group because we have 2 to the south already. I have to move there. And here, this could be another part. So let's look at this one here. This one can go there. Could also go there for the one to the north, right? We don't know. I could also join this group here. Oh yeah, it actually has to join this group, because this here needs 1 to the east, right? Can only be achieved like that by now. So this one needs to go 1 to the south and 1 to the north also. And that in turn means, like, first of all, I can't join it with this clue here. You need to note that, because we already have 3 to the east of this one, and we would only be allowed 1, right? So, this can't go here, because then this would have to go all the way up here, which doesn't work with this one, right? So this has to be here. 1 to the left is done already, 1 to the south is done, which means you can draw this border. And indeed we have 1 here to the right now. We only need 1 to the north. Yeah? And since we already went 3 to the west of this symbol here, we can't join the groups. We can draw this border, so this is completed like that. And 1 to the north for this group is done like this. Okay, we are at the 5s, right? I'm losing track here. We have 29. No, we are at the 4th. What? Yeah, no, it was the first difficulty 5 puzzle. Yes, okay, it was this one, yeah. So the second one, that was a white one, right? Yeah. Just need to double check, because, as I said, I accidentally solved brown puzzles because I didn't concentrate when looking for puzzles anymore, and that's a real danger here. So this one is solved by, first of all, seeing that you have a mismatch puzzle, and you have 4 times a shape with the same clue, right? So there is in fact 4 shapes that you can create with this clue. Best to show them here. One of them is this, the obvious choice with the 2, 2, 2, right? Then you can do this also, cut like 2 short, like join 2 of the 2's, and you can join 2's on both sides also, okay? Like this. And the final shape is a bit harder to find. It's this, a fork shape sort of, right? Where to place them? Here you can't extend into every direction with 2 tiles. Here you also can't extend in every direction with 2 tiles, and here also not. So the only place for the large cross sort of is here, okay? That also means that we already have this 1 tile here used, which we can't have again. That in turn, for instance, limits the use of this here. You can't do this shape here, and you can't do this here. Not allowed because you would recreate this one, okay? But actually it's better, instead of looking here, we should start looking here now. Yeah? Because here you can't have any direction with, like, you can't have the 2 legs. Yeah? Because even if you add on one side the clue, like, you still wouldn't be able to complete this here, right? The only thing you can build here is this, or draw here. There's no, and you can't turn it around because of this cross now. So this shape safely is here. Yeah? So you're left with 2 shapes, this fork and like here with like the mixture between those 2. And let's see, this one is not possible here because of that. But you could create it like this, right? That would be possible. Yeah? And on the other side, here you can't do the long legs anymore. So you definitely need to fork here, because you need 2 long legs sort of like on a 90-degree circle. You can't do that. So here you need this shape. Wait, which was it? No, it was this way around. It has to be here. So now you just need to fit the fork into this here, and it's pretty obvious because you can only extend 2 into this region with these here. And you see the remaining shapes are all different, right? So that's how this puzzle is solved in a logical fashion. I tried, like the first time I played it, I just tried stuff until I approached it in a more logical fashion. I didn't even think about these sort of shapes outside of the shapes that I had to put in, and like it really was a doozy for this puzzle. But it's actually pretty simple once you approach it in a logical fashion, I gotta say. Yeah? So there's another 5 difficulty puzzle. We have solitude, meaning that all of these here first of all have to move out. Yeah? Like this, like that, like this and like that. Let's draw in the borders when necessary. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, this one has to be part of a region with a symbol somewhere. So it has to move on here. It can't be part of this clue here, right? Because of the border. So it has to move here. The 2 has to move here. Can't join this one because we can only have 1 symbol per region. So this region is complete like that. So this one has to move around here. So which symbol could it be part of? This region. Can't be part of this symbol here, because 4 to the south is already done here. 4 to the south. Can't be done by this because we already have, I don't know, 10 to the west or whatever, east. It can't be part of this region because it would have to move along this border to get there. And then like it can't be on both sides of the border, right? And it can't move through here because it would have automatically a different symbol. So it also can't be part of this region, the symbol here, because 4 to the south, I already have more. I also have more than 4 to the south for this symbol. So it could be this potentially. But if we look at this region now, this one has to move here, cannot be part of this symbol, and it cannot be part of this symbol because, yeah, I have more than 2 to the north, like at least 4, right? So it has to move here to find a symbol, and that means I can't reach the symbol with this region. And that means the only symbol left for this region is this one here. This one has to be here. We can draw a border here, because we're already on that side of the border. And we must draw a border here, because we would also be on two sides of the border. However, here, this region can potentially expand. We don't know that yet. So, what else can we know? We can look at this region. No, let's look at what region? We can draw a border here, because we already have 3. So this can't be part of this region. What can this region be part of? What symbol? Yeah. Let's make this a bit brighter. It can't be part of these two. We established that already. These two are also obvious impossibilities because of 4 to the north and 2 to the west. So it could be this one or that one. Okay. So in order to answer the question for this region, let's focus on what this would be part of. Okay. This can't be part of this region. And it can't reach these symbols here. It could reach this symbol, however, right? But this one, like, it would have to move, like, it can't do anything here, so it has to move around here. Yeah? And then it could, in fact, be part of this one here. It wouldn't be possible to go there. It would have to go here, something like this. And I could fill this. Yeah, like this. Actually, that's possible, right? Or is no, actually I have, no, it's not possible because I already have 4 up there. That's why I can't use this, right? So it has to move on here. Can't be part of this one also because I already have, like, I don't know, again, like 9 or 8 or whatever. So it has to move on and on and on. And we get to the region it finally belongs to. Okay? That has to be a border because of this. So the 2 must be completed like that. And that means here we have all 4 to the south. And now we can see that this here cannot be connected to this region. It must be connected to this one. Yeah. It has 2 to the west still. That can only be these 2. Because if I do this, I can't fill this symbol anymore. It has to be this, and this one is part of this region. Okay. Let's change the color a bit. This region is complete now here. Like these 2 regions are complete actually. And now I can see about this region here. There's only one region that's left. This can be part of. It can't be this because the 2 sides of the border. It must be this one with a border here also. Actually, no, I don't need a border there. But that means that this tile can only be reached from here, right? So like this. And now I simply need to figure out a way to complete this. Here, you don't need 4. That was the thing that got me stuck for like 5 to 10 minutes the first time I solved it, because I already have 3 here. Yeah, I only have to move out 1, and that makes it so much easier actually. That's the only thing that makes it possible to solve this puzzle. You need 4 above here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the obvious choice, and here you need 4 to the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means this tile has to be part of the left region here, right? Yep. It's quite a nice puzzle, I gotta say. That's a 6 here. That's a 5. Oh yeah, this one. Let me see. Where to start? Yeah, with this one. That's the obvious choice. I can't move this to the right because we have 6 and 5 to the south. That doesn't jive together. I also can't go up there because I have 8 from here and 8 from there. I would only be allowed 7 from here, so I can't combine them, you know, like this. I have to move here. I also can't join this because I have 1, 2 already. I would only be allowed 6 more tiles to the right for this one, but here I need 7. So also this is a border. We need to move all the way down here. And then we can't join this one because 7 to the right from here and 7 to the right from here doesn't work together. We need to move all this way. We can't go there also, like, because we already have, like, I don't know how many, but it's more than 5 to the west of this line here, right? So we need to go all the way up here. And now if you count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the south of the symbol. And here we need 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 1 more would be here. Why can we not go this way? There is a reason for that. Let me see. Yeah, because the 5 here would be uncompletable. You could only get 2. So this one has to move out there, sort of, right? And that's why we need to move there. So we need 8 to the top, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks nice, but doesn't fly with the 5 here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the west. We are maximum allowed this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what to do? We need like 2 more to the north here. And the only option then is to go through any of these symbols to the north, right? There's no other possibility. It has to be before the, like, obviously the 7 I can't do, because like I can't add 7, I already reached my limit to the west. 6 to the east doesn't fit with the 7 to the east here, but the 7 to the east here is exactly the same as the 7 to the east here, right? So that's the obvious choice to go up to. And like this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. We could add 2 more here, or 2 more here. No, actually we need to add the 2 here. I could also add them there, however. Like I just need to stay, like I can't add more here. Like this is all complete here. To the east is complete, to the south is complete, and to the west I can't add anything here and there. Yeah, I don't know if it's like this or like that. Those are both options. We count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. And then I could add 2 here like this, or like whichever way, you know. So I leave that open for the time being, but I can also draw these borders, just so that this is safe. So the next bed to look at is this one here. 7 needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that also, like we need 5 to the west here. And we have exactly 5 tiles until here. And it also fits with this one, right? Because we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles to the south. And yeah, we need 3 more. It can only be those. This region is complete. I can't extend that any further. Now I would like to look at this symbol here. We need 7 to the east. Yeah, and we only have 7 here, right? And we also need 5 to the south. I don't know if it's good yet. No, I think I want to start rather here. Maybe the 6 is a good thing. Because this would be 6 here, actually. Like it's very, you can see that very well. Yeah, actually the 6 and the 7. Let's look at those two together. That's the best thing, actually. Because for the 7, you have 7 tiles here, right? 3 and 4. And the only question is if you could go up there and complete it there, the 7. Because here you have 5 and you could take 1 like, yeah. But then you see the 6 and you have exactly 5 here and 1 there. So you can't exchange them, like you would cut one off to reach the other. You know, it's exactly what you need. You need 6 and 7. That's 13, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah? Beyond this line. So you can't like change this up, sort of. It just doesn't work. Even though it would potentially work, I gotta say, if you do 2 here and 5 there, but then it would also have to fit with this 5. It can never work with this 5. As soon as you go here, right, with the 7, you will have to go down here, and you can't go all the way up. You already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here south of this 5, so you can't use this part for the 7 here. So the only option would be up here, but if you do that, I can tell you already, the 8 up north wouldn't be completable. You would have to go all the way here, sort of, right? And you only are left for the 8. So that's all the reasoning. Like, I mean, just to make it sort of 100% certain that this has to be done. Yeah, for the 7. And for the 6, you need this here, and you need this here. Yeah, and since you need this here, you have to extend this 5 like that. So the 6 has to be connected like that. Okay? This shape is complete. Now let's count the 8 to the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect fit. 7 to the south. 1, 2, to the west. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? And you can't add this here. the 8th, because you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you only have 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 actually, yeah? So you can't join those two groups. They have to be part of this one here. You need 5 anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you need 1 5 to the bottom here also, which you could do here, yeah? But then you can't add the 5 here anymore, right? Only if you add the 5, the 5th tile here, you get 5 to the bottom. Yeah? If you do it here, you can't do that anymore. So that's the solution to the puzzle. I hope that made sense with the 6 and the 7, but it's the first time I see that actually, and that's why I got a bit excited. That's the easiest way actually to approach this, to see that you have to do this. You can't exchange, you can't fill any 7 tiles up there. You could also work your way backwards from the 5 here, but then you would have to realize it's a bit more difficult, that you cannot join them. And like this, it's much clearer that you cannot join them actually. Anyhow, we have 32, and I need, wait, it's all difficulty 5 puzzles already? Yeah, I think so. 32. Wait, there was 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Where was the last one? 4. Oh no, it is 4. Yeah, it's exactly 4. Okay. So then there is 1 difficulty 6 puzzle only. It's this one. 32. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have a solitude puzzle also. I think the easiest access point to this one is this here. This clue here. Because there's only one way you can actually complete it, and it's the easiest to explain. It doesn't require anything else to be solved on the board. Because, first of all, you can't complete it like this. This is the next best thing that you look at, because you already have 1 to the west, so you can only add 2 here. You can't do that like this, right? Because you're losing this tile for a symbol solitude region, right? And you also can't do it like this, because then you're losing this tile. So the only way around that is actually that you have to connect them somehow like this here. Yeah? You have to move around. You also can't use this tile here, and it also wouldn't be enough. You would need another tile then. But if you use that one, like, you can't use it because you only have 2 to the north. You can't get there even, okay? So you need to use 2 tiles here, and it has to be these 2 tiles, right? If you have to reach this tile here, it must be these 2 tiles, and you have to move around this clue. At least this clue, yeah? And if you look, there is a perfect fit here. 3 to the west, 1 to the north. Can only be accomplished like this. You could do this potentially, but no, you can't, because you need 3 to the west, and you need to move around here somewhere, so you need to use those 3, right? You can't use any other 3. So you can draw this in. You could extend it later. Let's see, we also don't know where it can extend. It can extend anywhere in this whole section here, below this line. So let's leave it like that. But given that we filled this in, we can look at this clue now. We need 3 to the left. This one has to be combined, yeah. If anything gets in there from here, and since we only have 1 there, for the 3 that doesn't work, we need to do this here. And this is probably this clue, but we don't know that. So what else? We can look at the 8 here. It definitely needs these 4 and these 4, yeah. Now it cannot move around this clue here to get there, because like it couldn't go there. It would have to go here, and there wouldn't be any space left for the 9 to be completed, yeah. So it has to be connected directly. Now we can look, I think, at this clue and see how we can get the final 2 tiles to the east of it, yeah. That was the thing I got stuck on for the longest time, and in fact, like, I found this solution here and I thought, wow, why shouldn't this work? Like, come on, 3 and 2. But it's actually quite well, it's quite clear if you know the solution. You don't have enough space for the 9 here. Yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and how are you supposed to clear this one now? 3, like here, doesn't work. Yeah, you would go 3 there or there. Like you can't complete this part down here if you do this. It's just not possible. Okay. So, you need to find another way to solve this. And if you can't use those, you obviously can't use those also, because you would have to move around here like this, cutting the 3 off here, right? If you do these two also, you need like at least 4 here. These are definitely joined, so you can't use those, yeah? So the only option again is like here to use these two. And again, you have to move around the other clue here, and that fits like this. Precisely 2 to the south, 3 to the east. That is the way to go. And if you count, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the west. So in fact, you can't even extend this any further here. Yeah, which means this one has to be there. This region is complete here, but you could go south here potentially. Now it's time to look at the 9. Yeah, because here you have to move down now, and you have to move into this region. You can't do it here, because the 3 would be cut off. You can only do it here. And if you count now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Let's draw... Like, there's no other clue that can reach this also, right? Like, I didn't show that. Let me show that before. In fact, if I did this here with the 3, I would cut off this tile here. And... if I were to move around here with the 3, around this clue to get there, well, first of all, I wouldn't be able to complete the 9, right? Because all these tiles would be taken up by this clue. I would also not be able to complete this clue. Yeah, I don't have to show that now. So let's go back here to this, and we can draw a border all the way here, like this, okay? So the 3 here must be completed like this. And then we need 3 to the left, like in order not to lose any tiles. So just to make it clear, I need to take these 3 tiles. Can't do anything like that or like this, right? I would always lose a tile. So the 3 to the west must be these. Yeah, I can't go south of this border, and I can't go north of this border because like I don't have the space, right? So this clue has to take this tile and 3 to the south. We already have 1 to the west now, and that's why I also can't do that, because I wouldn't be able to complete the south 3, right? And here we need 3, 1, 2, 3. Can only do those, which means here, this is indeed part of that region. And then we need 4 more to the west here. We have 1 already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, yeah. But this could be extended potentially. Inside, it cannot be extended here, however, right? And also we need this tile for the 3. 1, 2, then we could go there or there. That's unclear. But given that we have this border here now, we know that the 3 for this clue must be completed like that, and that also completes this region. So now we only have the 5, the 2, and the 3 left here, right? This one is also complete. And the 2 I cannot do like that. I can't move here because I wouldn't be able to complete the 5 anymore. Can't join this with this one, right? So the 2 for this clue must be done like this. I can draw this border. The 5 then must be completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 1 for the 3. Okay. That's the difficulty 6. We have like 2 hours. Should I approach the other puzzles now? It will take at least another 2 hours, I think. Am I supposed to work in one video or separate them? I think I'll go on. I would anyway just pause the switch off and go on recording the second video right away. So let's just go through. Let's check first of all. We have 33. Yes, and there's 5 difficulty 3 puzzles now. Let's see. Let's start looking here at the beginning. Yeah. Okay. We have this here and the shape bank. The best way to start this is by looking at this clue, I think. because you have an extension of 2 to the top, but we definitely need 2 to the right, right? I can't join this here because the 2's to the right just don't fit. So I need these 2. I could also use 2 here, sort of, but then, like, I would need 4 to the top, yeah? So that doesn't work, or 3 or whatever. So it has to be this. 2 to the top must be this then, and the extension is either here or there. No, but that's also doesn't work because that's 3 to the north, right? So it must be this shape. Now for this one, we need 2 east, and the 2 east can only be here, which means this shape is completed like that. And here we have 2 east. That can be done 2 ways basically. It could be done like this, or like that. But this one doesn't work because we can't complete the shape then. So we need this here, okay? And then we need this. Here we also need to get out with 3 at least. We can't complete that here because of this section that we would be creating. Has to be here. Then we have to move out of the section like this. Here we have another thing like this. Here are the clues to begin with. I'm not sure what they are for actually. It's only that we need the border here. I guess that we can't use that from the bottom sort of. And here we can already see that we need to do this now. Now here we can do, we need the 3 here, right? We can't do anything like this because we're creating a section there that is untenable for us, yeah? So we need to go up 3 here at least, but we could complete it like this or like that, yeah? So, I don't know, if we complete it like this, we would need another region here, right? But then we wouldn't be able to progress here. We have this there or this there. Like, none of this works then, yeah? So that's not the right solution for this one. We need this here. Yeah? Then here we need a square. Here we will also definitely need a square because we can extend here or here only. And if we were to extend here, this doesn't work actually, so we need this. And then there's a square here. There is also one here. This goes there, and there is the final shape. Okay. Difficulty 3. Those are all 4s, right? There's really 10 4 difficulty puzzles, yeah? Difficulty 4 puzzles, so I'm gonna find lots of them now, but we need the 3s only. Okay, we have a mingle shape. Let's see where we can start here the best. Yeah, actually we can start here with these 2. This here, like I can only complete this like this and like that. I'm not allowed to go here like this, right? Because of the 0, and I can't go here because of the 0. So I can only go 2 this way and 2 this way. There's no way around that. Now for this one, I could go 2 here, then I couldn't complete the 2 to the bottom anymore because I can't go left and I can't go right. In fact, this is the only way to complete this shape, yeah? So that's already clear, yeah? So let's look at the 4 to the south here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3 to the west now, so I can draw this border. I can also draw this border here. And we need 1 to the north. It's like this. Now let's look at this one here. We need 4 to the east. Can only be achieved 1, 2, no wait, 1, 2, 3. And here we have, what do we have? We have 3 to the south for this one, right? So we can only add 1 here, and we need 1 to the right now. So it has to be this. And I can't join these with the group up there. That doesn't work with the clues. Like the 4 and the 4 doesn't work, and the 1, right? So that's complete on this side, but it's open there. Could extend potentially. And as you can see now, actually it is the same shape already. Yeah, so this has to extend here. Okay? At least 1. Let's see about this one now. We need 5 to the south. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can put a border here, because we already have 4 to the west, to the east. So the 1 has to be there. And this shape is complete. Now you can see it's exactly this shape again. right? I mean, it's flipped to some extent, but it's this here is this, and then with this part here. So we need to extend this either there or there. We don't know. So let's look at this one first. We need 4 here. We could do that like this or like this. Where is the difference? Different regions. I don't know. We need to look at this one first then. Oh yeah, I need to go 1 right here, so the 4 can only be completed like this. And this one can't be completed like this now, because it would be exactly the same shape, right? Let's change the color a bit so that you can see that better. Yeah, it's exactly the same shape, so the 2 must be completed like this. And here I need to extend it like this then. Yeah, that's this puzzle. Wait, I didn't check this one. No, that's a 5. Those are all 4s. 4. Is there anything here? Let's see, what's this? That's a 3. Let's put in these borders here. We have a mismatch. All regions must have different shapes. Okay. This can only be completed like that here. So we have this single tile cell already, region. This must move here for sure. But it could move here and then do this. Or it could do this. So it definitely needs this tile here with this extension or this extension. Okay? Can't be this alone because of that here. Yeah. What else? This one here. No, let's look at this one. This can't be 1 single tile. It could go there. Needs a border here. This could be a 2. But let's look at this one here actually. This tile here. Can't be reached by any of these 2 clues. So it has to move here. And then it could move there. But eventually it will just run out of loose. So is this the 2? Can look at this one. But this can be anything here. What is the next thing here? Is this a 2 or a 3? That's the question. All regions must have different shapes. Oh yeah, like I can move maximum here because this is the maximum this can reach, yeah? Right, this clue can reach maximum here. Can't go there further because of the 0. So this must be a 2. It can't be this here because of that symbol. It must be a 2 then. Which means that this one has to extend to a 3. Yeah. And then here we can't go here and then down because we would create this shape, which we have there already. This one has to extend here. But this one cannot extend here because of that shape, right? It could, however, extend here. It also could extend here. That's not clear yet, I think, but we can draw this border at least. Let's see what else. I can draw this border also. Yeah, we can draw this. Oops. This border as well here. What else? How's this? This is not so difficult, this puzzle. I remember solving this like really in a jiffy, but I don't see it now. Probably my concentration is waning a bit by now. Here or here? How to complete this one? I can't do a straight 3, obviously. One. There's something that I'm not seeing. This tile here, but like I could go all the way. Like this could be a square. Or it could be this M shape. Where does this one go? Those are all options here. I don't quite get it. I think I cannot move here actually. Oops. I can't move there. But it's very difficult deduction if it's at all true. Like if I go here and here or here, that's not allowed, right? If I have this shape there, then I can't go there alone. I would have to go here. This would have to go here, but then I wouldn't be able to prevent this one here. And I couldn't go there. I would have to move there, and I'm creating the two. It's a very difficult deduction, but that's the reason why this cannot extend. This has to be here. Meaning I have this shape here, and it needs to go all the way through. And it can only go through here. If I do this, I can't do that anymore, or that. So I have to add this one here, like this. Right, yeah. This one has to go here then. And here I can't do that because of this region that I would create. I can't do that because of this region. I have to do this. Yeah. I think I never used this deduction. I just simply did it. But I didn't see now an easier way to deduce that I need to go up there. Maybe there is one. I just don't remember. 4 and 4. No. What is this? 4. 5 even. Did I look here already? 5. Those were all 4s. This was also 4. 3. There's one. Yeah, we have a boxy puzzle here. Let's start by this one. This can only go 1 to the left, yeah? That means it can't join the 5 or anything. It has to go there and stay there like this. The same is true for this one here. 1 south, can't go up. It can't move like this, sort of, right? It can only go 1 to the south and is done like this. The 3 can't join the 4 here, so it has to be completed like that in a boxy version. And here the 4 only has 4 like this here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that fits with the 6 like this. The 4 has to join the 8. It can't go like this, right? Indeed, it has to be completed like this. 4 to the north with the 8. It needs 4 to the south also, or 4 at the base here. So we have this. The 5 now can't be completed like that anymore because it would bite the 4 here. We need the 5 like this. Fits also perfectly with these clues. 3 to the west, 1 to the east, and 4 to the east here. What else? The 5 up there. That's actually one of the starting clues. Can only be completed like this, right? The 3 can't be completed like that because of the 2 that you can't solve anymore. We need the 3 like this. And the 2 can be done like this, or it could be done like this, so we don't know that yet. Here the 4 can't join this one, because we would need 1, 1. You can't create a boxy thing out of that. Yeah, you would need at least 2 to each side, which doesn't fit with the 4 and stuff, yeah. So there is a border here, which means we have these 3 tiles at least. And sorry, you also can't move this up now, because you would inadvertently create a non-boxy shape. So you need 1 to the left and 1 to the right, and that's it for this one. So the 2 here can only be completed like that in a square version. The 4 needs to go all the way here. This 4 must be part of this clue now, or part of this region with the same clue, with 2 at the top, a square. And then we have 4 here. Yes. 5. That's actually the same puzzle, the same grid, just you have to do everything with non-boxy, yeah? Which is really interesting puzzle. What was this one? That was also a 4. I only have 3 by now, right? Or 37? No, I have 4. There's one more somewhere. Ah, that was this one, I think. Yes. Oh yeah, this one. Let's draw on the borders here where we can. And I think we need to look at the 6 here, if I'm not mistaken. Like, first of all, I can't join it with the 3. Oh no, I can and I have to. Because if I go here, like if I go here to this side, it doesn't help me. Because I can only go to the 1 here, which means I would have to take, like, it doesn't, like, I would have to add 5 more here. I would have to add all these 5 to do the 1 there. That doesn't work, right? And going there, I would also have to add 3 more or 2 more like this, 3 and then 3 here. So it doesn't work, yeah. You could basically take those. But then you can't take the 3 and you don't have enough here. That's 3. Actually, you could to this 3. Oh no, the 1 doesn't even work here, yeah. The 1 to this, like, it doesn't work, yeah. You can't go, like, going to the right doesn't make any sense, doesn't bring you forward, sort of, yeah. If you go here, you could basically go up there and sort of try to get there somehow, but the problem is the 1 to the left, you can't. You can only move 1 to the left. So this is already 3, and then 4 to the left, that would sort of fit, but then you would have to go here, 1, and you end up there. 2, 3, you have 4 now. But you couldn't complete this 3 here, because this is basically where you want to get, if I remember correctly. But all of this doesn't work because of this one that restricts you in getting to where you want to get to. If you only have 1 here, then you are restricted. You can't properly. There's no addition that you can have here. This one, but you always cut something off. Yeah, the 4 here, the 3 is too much. This one you just can't do it. Can't move 3 to the right here, so you have to move up here. That is the main thing, first of all. And then you can easily go here. You add 2, and you go there as well. That's 3. So you can go 3 up now, right, for these 2 clues. But you can't do that in this area here anymore. Okay. So this is 4 south, fits. This needs 1 to the north, fits. And this needs 3 to the east, fits. Yeah. That's the thing, like you need to realize that you have to go into this spot. And from here, since you need to add these other 3, yeah, you can't go there with the 1 to the north only. You need to add these, and then that's the only way to go there, yeah. Once you realize you can't go into this tile and you can't go into this tile, the rest falls into place, sort of. Okay. You also have here a valid region. So let's look at the rest. Maybe the 3 here. I definitely need a border between those 2, which means the 3 has to go up here. I could potentially join this one, but then I couldn't complete this group anymore. So I need a border here as well and go there. I need 3 to the south. So I need 1 more here, but I can't add that here because that's 4 to the south. So I need to add that either here or there. Yeah. If I went up there, I would have 3 there, but I would need 3 more here. So that doesn't work with the 1 there. Yeah. So I can't go there. I have to go here. And now I have 3 to the north, 3 to the south, 1 to the west, 2 to the north. In any way it fits. Okay. Here we have opposing things now. They have to be joined like this, right? That's a single cell region. So we can easily go on from here. We need 3 to the west, 1, 2. We can't use this one, right? Because we already have 3 to the east of this one. So we need to go down and it fits. 3 to the north, 1 to the south, 2 to the west and 3 to the west. And that's this puzzle already. This is the main starting point, I would say, to this puzzle. It's the easiest way to access because, like, short of... But maybe you can start there also, I don't know. It's not an easy puzzle. I wonder why they put this in difficulty 3, because I think it is more difficult than that, actually. But, well, that's what the devs decided. So yes, we have a total of 38. There are 10 difficulty 4 puzzles now. Let's hope I can get through them quickly. Let's start here. Yes, we have a precision 4 and a mingle shape. So the easiest way to start this is by looking at this clue here, which if we have a precision 4, we can already draw this border around it, right? Because we need all the three to the rest, to the all three right on the right side, right? We can't add anything else. So we need to move here. We could combine with this one like this. Is it possible not to combine with it? That's the question we need to ask. We can't do that, first of all, because then we wouldn't be able to get to a region of area 4 with this one. And we also can't do that, because we would be left... No, actually, I don't... Yeah, we would be left with 11 tiles here only. I can't extend this into this region, right? Because also here I need to move only there. I can draw in these borders. For the same reasons as I've there. So 11 is not possible. I can't fill this with 3 regions or 2 regions or 4. So that's why these two have to be joined like this. And for the same reason, or for the same reasons, I can't do this here, because I would not be able to create a region of 4 like this. And if I go here, I would have 13. So also these have to be joined. Okay? Now the 2 cannot be completed like that, because I would create a region of 1 here. So I need to move up there. And since I can't have a region of 1 again, I need to complete the 2 like this. We have a region of 4 like this then here. And now we can look at what we have. Something coming out of here. Let's see, the 2 maybe. How to complete the 2. Is this possible? Yeah, can we reach this tile with this one? Yeah? If we did that, how can we complete the 2? Like this is not allowed because of the region here. Like this is also not allowed because we have 3 only. Like this, we have 7. So that's not an option. That's the maximum it can move. Can it then add here the second one? No, because we have 5. It has to be here then, 3. So where does the last tile have to be? We can draw this border here already, right? Can't be here because of the region of 2. Can it be there? We would create a region of 6, so it can't be there. It has to be a square. Okay? Then the 4 here must be a straight one. And then we have 4 coming in as an L, and there is an S. Okay. Didn't even look at the mingle shape here, right? Why was there a mingle shape? Maybe I could have used something with the 2 also with the mingle shape. I don't know. 5. Those were all 4s here. Solitude, okay. Let's see. Oops. This one is a single one here. So how to get there, right? That's the main question. I can't get there with this one because I can only go 1 to the left. So I have to use this one, right? But how do I do that? Is there any particularity? I only have 3 to the bottom and 2 to the right here. So this region will have to cover 2 tiles of this line here, right? Because I can only cover 3 here, which means I'm not allowed to cut it off. Yeah. Because you could think that you can do something like this here, right? And then move there, sort of. You see already the problem that you can't get here anymore. Alternatively, if you do this to get there, you're cutting this off. Yeah, so how to do that? If you need 3 and 2, you need to move. You need to find a totally different way. In fact, you need to first off think about this here, how you get there. And then there's only one way you can get down. Like either it's like this that you're doing this, right? Getting here, or the alternative is doing this. Yeah? But here you can see if you do this, you're left with only 2 tiles at the bottom, so it doesn't work. You have to go with this one here, and then 1 in, so that the 3 can be taken there. It can move all the way around, and it has 2 there. And since we didn't go like this, it already perfectly fits, right? That you just have to extend the one there. Yeah? We have a line here, and where is the problem in this one? Let's see, 2 to the side here. We need 3 more tiles here because we only have 2. That must come from one of those 2. Here we have 3 to the bottom and 2 to the bottom. And let's just fill them like this and see what happens. Right? This one would be complete in this part here. Couldn't move to the west anymore. Here we have 2. Yeah, the problem is you can never reach this tile here. Because with this one you have to move out, either here or here. And with this one you can only reach here. So how to deal with this, right? You cannot reach this tile with this one. Let's take all of this away, yeah? It's about this tile here, this puzzle. You can't reach it with this clue. You can't reach it with this clue because you have only 2. But you could potentially reach it with this one, actually. If you were to move around here somehow, or maybe there. Yeah, no, there. You would cut this one off. But you could move around this potentially. Have the 2 here. But you still need the 2 to the top. So, how to do this? I don't remember. I'm doing this stuff on the fly. But yeah, that doesn't make sense that you move 3 here. And then, yeah, actually, like this, you just move around it. You have 2 to the top like this now. Yeah, something like that, right? You have 2 to the bottom. This needs 1 to the left also. So the only place to get this is there. Here you have 2 and 1, right? And then you just have to move around it. And there is nothing preventing you from using the final tile there, right? So you have 2 to the north, 3 to the south, 2 to the east, 1 to the west, to the north, 2 south here, and 1 west. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see about this one. Border here, and border here. Solitude. How many do we have here? 3 plus 1 plus 2. There is 1 more that we need. But here we have 3 and 4. So the whole bottom is covered. Is there anything else important we can see? Oh yeah, this one actually. 1 to the left and to the right. That can only be completed like that. No, this could go here. Yeah, actually, the 4 to the bottom must be here, right? Yeah, it's the first time I see the 0 here. We can only use those 4, which means we also already have used all of our 3s also. I could move up, but I need to move the 3 here now. I think there's no downside to going straight right away, like going all the way around here. Doesn't make any sense. Also, if you went here, you would cut off your path to the 2. Like the 2 wouldn't be, you couldn't complete that anymore, so I don't need to show that now. It is this here, with the inability to add anything. No, wait, no, this one can't be combined. Like this, I can add or have here, but now we have the 2, the 1, and the 3. So the 2 must be like this. The 1 to the bottom could go all the way around here, if required. I'm not sure. Let's see, this one, we have a solitude. This one needs to take this one. If it went here, we would cut this off. So that has to be here. This one is complete. So how to get there, actually? Can't get there with this one or with this one. With this one, it has to be this one. So indeed it seems we need to move up here and get there somehow. The 3, however, must be completed like this and the 1 like this here. Yeah. So if I go there, I would have 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. These would be squares. But why do I... because I can't reach this one. But then the 1 is a problem. I need to do this like that. No, but then I can do the 1 here again. And I have to, because I can't reach this tile with anything else, right? 2, yes, that's the problem actually. Yes, I need to go here. I need to deal with this tile up there and go all the way here. This is complete now. This is complete. This is 1 and 3. Yes, that makes sense. And then I just need to draw this border, I thought. So where's the flaw here? We have 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. 1, 1, 3. Oh, the 3 up there. So that's the problem. I didn't see that. There's stuff that I always overlook. So, but I can easily... That's another reason for this one to go up there, actually. Do it like this, right? Yes. So that was an easy fix. Sorry for that oversight. Or oversight? Overlook? Oh, no, oversight is what you say, right? There's another 4. So, we have... What do we have? Precision 5. And I think the easiest way to start this puzzle is here, by looking at this tile here. Because basically, you can join it with this clue here, but then you end up with a region of 3 here. We need exactly 5. You can also join it with this clue here. But again, we have the same problem, which means you can't join it with these symbols here. You have to do it on your own. You have to have it stand alone, and there's basically 2 options, either like that or like this. Yeah. And like that, it's pretty easy to see that you can't complete this one because you have an region of 5 only. You would have to move all the way around here, and you don't have enough juice for this, like to the north and stuff. So you can't have this version. You need to do this. And you have 1 here. You have 1 to the top, which means you need 4 here, and this border here, and then you need to extend it somewhere. We don't know where yet. The 2 then can only be done like this, and we need 2 to the bottom. That can only be like this. You can't do this because you would create a shape that's not allowed. You need this here. Okay, so now you know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There has to be a separator, right? Like this. And here we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can draw the border here like this, which means this one cannot be completed into this direction. Pretty obvious. You have to complete it like that. The 1 then, let's see, you can't do this with the 1 because you're creating, again, a shape that's not allowed. You need to move here, which means this one has to be a different shape. It has to go like this. Can't complete it there. Can only complete it like this. This one has to move here then, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't join this because here we would need 2 to the right. We only have 1. Or actually we wouldn't have any if we moved up there. Just a second. Just needed to drink something for a moment there. So how do we proceed here? We have 2 to the right for this one. But we need to take care of this one also here. We can't combine the 2 with this one. Yeah, because there's no way I can turn this or orient this that it's only 2 to the right. It would be 3 or 4 or stuff, yeah. So it doesn't work really. The other thing that's pretty obvious probably, yeah, is you can't do this here. Maybe I should approach it this way. You can't do this because of this region. You can't do that obviously here because of the 2. You can't do that also. It doesn't fit with this clue. and here you're creating this region. So you can't do that vertically. You have to horizontally. You have to do that vertically, and vertically you need to extend out of this. Like this one has to be this one, and since you need this one for sure, you can only complete this shape like that, which automatically completes this shape. I think this is the easier approach. Probably you can also figure out that you need the 2 around this shape here. But I think actually this is a nicer deduction, sort of, right? Actually, the other thing would also have been pretty easy. I just didn't see it at this moment. Doesn't matter. Let's go on here. That's 5. And now we can see here that you can't join this clue, this polymino into there, because once you do that, you have to go in there also, right? Because you need 2 more. So it doesn't work. You can't even go there, and it's a perfect fit with this here, right? Also, you can't complete it into this in this diagonal orientation, right? That's the only way to solve this. You can also see that you can't join these 2, because if you only had 2 here, you would need to do this, and you would create a region of 2. Yeah. So the 2 here must be this with a border there, and that already indicates that you can only complete this polyomino like this, and then you need 2 more here. In order not to cut this off here, it has to be done like this. Okay. Is there anything here still? I don't think so, right? No. We are at the 4th, right? Let me check. 43. Yes, there are 5 more difficulty 4 puzzles. Was a 5 here. That was a 5. This is a 4. Okay, this one. I think the best way to start this is actually look at the 6 here. Let's make this brighter. Because you can't join it with this one, right? With the 7. It means you need to move down at least 1. And then you need 6 tiles to the other side. That's already a total of 8. Yeah. So you have the potential to add 1 more in this region, and then you need 6 here, which would be 9 then altogether. So let's see how we can reach a 9 here. Yeah. And that's possible. Basically, you can do, this is 5 and 6, right? But now you can adjust it with this one. You see, you're leaving 12 here. So you just need to find an orientation where you get 9 on the left side of this, right? And it would be something like this. This is 10, so maybe something like this, right? Here you have 9. And here you have 8, so you could add this one. We can figure that one out later. But let's look at this shape first of all, because here we now have 8 to the left of this one. And we only need 7, right? We're only allowed 7. So indeed we need to change this so that this here, oh no, wait, that this here becomes part of this one. And it's easily done by doing this. You now have here a group of 9, and 7 of them are to the left of this one. Yeah, that's the only way you can do this with the 7, by the way, that you add this here, this tile. Now you have 9 here already, like this, because we added this one tile, and it's exactly what we need. So this must be the right shape. We can lock this in already. And now it's as simple as looking at this here. We have 6 here already. You simply need to add 3 more tiles to this, like this. So you get all your regions, right? So indeed, looking at the 6, how you can adjust this is the easiest way, I think, to solve this puzzle. What else? I think there was a 4 this here, right? That's very well hidden here. Yeah, we have a size separation. Let's draw on borders, yes. So the 4 here, it has to move up. It can easily be shown that it must join with the 8, because if you did this here, you wouldn't be able to complete this here. You can't complete the 2 anymore, yeah? So, you need to join here, which means you need 4 above. You can't go there. If you were to go up here, for instance, and you couldn't go up there because you would need this here, you could use all these. No, you can't use these because you need to extend here. So this is 4 up, and you need 4 more now, okay? But where to put those? You can put them right here in order not to touch any of the 8s, but now you can complete the 3 here anymore. Yeah? So this doesn't work. You can't do this like that. There has to be a flaw in there, and it is that you're trying not to touch any of the 8s. Yeah. Also, like this, you have a direct line. I don't know if there's another way to see that. Actually, no. From here, you cannot reach this 8. Wait, if you do this, that's 9. That's not possible. And you also can't reach this 8. Yeah. You can only reach this 8. The problem is that you're trying to prevent touching another 8 here with this solution, right? That you have actually, wait, you only need 3 here. Still doesn't work with the 3. Yeah. Thing is that you need to extend this here to this 8. Now you have 4 to the top here of this line, right? And you can easily complete this one, and you can figure out how once you solve the 8 here now, because this one cannot touch that one now, so you can't move to the north. You also can't move there, because then you can't complete this shape anymore here. You can only move to the left, and that's the only thing you got according to the west side clue. Yeah. So you need to move up here, and eventually you will realize that you have to take this one, because going here will cut off the 3 here. So you go here, and you have 2 to the left, so you can go in there. And then you have 3 to the south. 1, 2, 3. That makes a total of 6 now, which means you need to go 2 up, like this. And here also you can't go there, because you're touching the 8. You also don't have enough space left for the 8, so it becomes pretty apparent that you need to combine those 2. Now the 3 can be done like this, cannot be done like this, because we're recreating the same shape on both sides of a border. And we have the size separation, right? It's the same size, actually, yeah, that's the thing. So now we can figure out how we fill in these things here. Here we need 4. We can't move south. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. Here we need to draw a border. If we did this, we would not comply with the size separation. So we need to do it like this. We also can't do that, obviously, because of the 2 2's. So that's the only possibility, like this. Here we need to go 2 and 1. Can't be done like this because of these 2 here. So we need to do this. Yeah. We have 4 here now. Here we need 2 and 1. That can only be done like this. There's no other way than doing it like this. Here the 3 and the 2. Could move there, potentially. There's quite a lot of options here. And 2 like this, for instance. But then you have 3, 4 and 5. No, you can't do that because of this one here, right? That doesn't work. So let's put the 3 here. Those are the... Is there an option to do it like this? No, because then you can't complete this anymore. That's what we just checked. That doesn't work. So this must be the right solution. Yeah. So we have 4 here, and we can't have 4 here now. Which means we can't do what? We can't do this. That's 3 and 2. We have to find a different way to solve this. So we need to add the 2 here. And then the 3 has to go here, or can it go there? Ah, it has to go here because we are only allowed 2 above this line, yeah. So that's it. Okay, those are 4s there, right? No, that's 6 and 7. And I also still need to solve those. This is going to be so long, this video. 45. 3 more somewhere. are they supposed to be? I don't see any shine here anymore. There's nothing here, down here. I need 3 more? Where are they supposed to be? That's a 5. 2. 3. 4. And 4 difficulty 5 puzzles is what we have also. So where are the remaining difficulty 4s? Am I blind or what? Plus 10 is what it says here. And I played through all of them. There's one. There's one shine. Is well hidden. It's here. Yes. Okay, this is easiest to start, I think, here with the 1. Here you can't move to the right, and since you can go only 1 to the right, to the left, you need to go into this hole here, sort of, right? We need to go 3 down. We can only go 2, so the 1 has to be either here or here. We can draw this border already, okay? Then we can look at this side here. We need to copy this shape, yeah? But we can't go there, by the way, because we already have 4, right? So we also can't copy this shape so that we are in there, because if we did this, we couldn't complete it, right? We could only go 1 to the, like, the shape here is going to be this or that, right? And if we did this, this is not possible, so we need to move away from this here, for sure, and then we need 3 to the top, like this, which means we indeed need to create the shape like that here, okay? So for this one, that means we need to move like this, and here we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are exactly 1 to the west of this line here. So that's the only thing we can do here. We need to copy that, which can only be done 1, 2, 3, 4. Like take the long side first into this direction, then down here, and then 3 in. Okay? Fits also with the clues. 3 here, 3 and 2 equals 5. So let's look at this one here. Here we have 2, which means here we can't separate this into 1 and 1, because here we need at least 2. So this also must be 2 here, okay? Which means the 4 here can only be completed 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Can't do, yeah, I need the 2 anyway there. I don't know what this delta sign is for, because it is not possible to complete it like that anyway. And then it doesn't go there. I don't know what that is for, the delta sign. Doesn't matter, that is the 4. But here we have a 2, right? So I can't have a 2 there. I need to separate this into 2 single tile regions. So here we need 5 to the south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Can draw this border, but it may have to extend to the north. And then here, yeah, actually, the 2 cannot be done like this for obvious reasons. So I will never be able to complete the shape here. So it must be done like this. And then we have 6 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7 to the west. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. And also 1 to the south here. That's this puzzle. So where are the remaining 2? It's really annoying that I need to scrape everything here for these damn puzzles. Where are they? Are they up here somewhere? There's a 7 only. I always see the same puzzles again. Only the same puzzles. 7 and 6 is here. This is a 5. Is there anything else here? No. And this one in the back there I solved already. There's also nothing here. This is a 5. Oh man, I didn't think that I would spend 10 minutes looking for the puzzles, actually. That's really annoying. Hmm. There's one that I didn't see yet. Yeah, that's the 4. Okay, rows, windows. Yeah, this one. This symbol means this region can't move up and down. But it needs, or that's why it needs to take these 3 symbols to have the symbols inside, right? It also can't go there into this tile, right? So we have this here. Here we have 6 to the top. And like since we have rows windows, we need all the windows, all the tiles covered by regions with symbols. We need to do this, and we need to move 4 to the south. 1, 2 is what we know. And then we can't go there because we already have red, but we could go here and there or there. That's up for grabs for the time being, okay? So the next thing to look at for this puzzle, I'd say, is this tile here. Because the main thing is that you can't reach it from here, you can't reach it from here, you can't reach it from here. That means it must be a separate region, yeah? And since it needs a red symbol, it can in fact only get this one. Everything else, if it went here, it separates stuff off, like this yellow one, for instance. Or if it went along this line here, you would... Would this actually be possible? No, you couldn't get a red symbol for this one now. Or like this, but then you would lose the blue symbol here. You could use that like this. This would actually be possible, I think, right? Is there anything speaking against that? I don't see what. I mean, the rest of the puzzle is not solvable anymore, but you can't directly see that this doesn't work. So let's not do that for the time being. Let's focus on the fact that like you need a separate region here somehow with a red symbol. But this is different. This is necessary for my conclusion. Let's see again. Ah, no, I can't do that because I can't go 4 south here. Yeah, that's what I can go 2 to the right, and that's it. For the same reason, I can't take this one, and I mean, most obviously, I can't take this one, right? So that's not possible. It can only be this red symbol, and since like this tile and this tile are on the edge, we have to take all the tiles along the edge in order to not create a region without any symbols, okay? So, since we have this here, it's time to focus, I think, on how these 2 clues work together. Because what I got stuck in for the longest time was that I thought, okay, like the 6 here is a perfect fit to go up here and get this one, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah? And then this here can go 1, 2, 3 to get the blue symbol, right? But like I thought there must be a way, but the 4 here to the south, how to do that, yeah? And on top of it, the problem is that the 4 to the south will have to include this yellow symbol. So how do I get past it? Like, why doesn't this work? And I was banging my head at this obvious impossibility for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever, yeah? Until I realized you just can't do it like this. It doesn't work. What you have to do in order to get both of these working is you need to combine them, yeah? Because you can't separate them. That's the problem. If you use this one to get this yellow symbol, you can't get you can't do 6 to the top. You can't do that anymore because you need to do that here somehow. And if you use this one to get this yellow symbol, like, and you only have 2 to the bottom here, you can't move past this. Like, none of this works, okay? So you have to combine them. That's the only way, and that's the starting point to find a solution, okay? Because first of all, you need 4 to the bottom, okay? Like this, you could do it like this, right? But then you need another 2 here, okay? So if you need 2 to the bottom here, that means that in this line here, you can only have 2. It means you have to go into this one, first of all, like this. Yeah, and then you have 2 left, and here you have 3 left to the top. The 3 left that are going to the top, like the 2 here, needs to be this one. Because here you only have, wait, let me show that. First, you have 6 to the top of this one and 3 to the top of this one. So you can only extend 1, right? And then 3 above. Yeah, you must have 3 in this line for this 6 and this 3 clue, okay? It means you can't take this symbol. You need to take this yellow symbol in this region, and that fits with the 2 to the bottom that you have here now with the 4, okay? And then 3 to the top means getting the blue symbol. It's the only way to complete the shape once you realize you need to join these 2 clues, okay? And it's finalized like this also. Now you have this region here, you have this region here, and now you just simply need to get the rest with this one here. With this 3 and 2, you can only get the yellow symbol like that. There's no other way. You also can't get the blue one if you want the yellow symbol, and like the yellow symbol we need, right? So we have 2 to the bottom, 4 to the bottom, 2 of which are to the right. So that's that. And here you needed 2 more for the 4, right? So that's this one, oh, come on, this one and that one. And like that, the puzzle is complete. It's really difficult to figure this part here out, I thought. Like, I mean, this one was also, until I got to this one, took me some time. But this part with these 2 clues, how they relate to each other, this drove me crazy, I gotta say. Until, yeah, you come to the conclusion, outside of the box, let's just join them. Because before you think, okay, there's one region that doesn't have any of the compass clues, right? Because you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 6 symbols. So you think, okay, there's one that doesn't need a compass, until you realize, no, there's actually 2, right? It's a good puzzle for that reason, but it's really edge on the edge. Oh, there's the final 4. I found them all. Okay. So let's see. We have 0 here, and where to start here? I think it's best to start with these 2 clues. Because you can actually see that, I mean, according to the 0 here, you can't move above this line for this clue, right? And you can move maximum 3 to the left. So sort of here is another line. Like you can't move into this tile, they don't match. And you also can't move below this, because if you see here, you have this line for that side, so it can only be 2 wide. This shape here, right? So you need to fit these in here, and now that you have these lines, you can already see that you need 3 like this here, and then you need to add another 3, either like this or like that, right, for this one. But if you look at this one now, it's obvious. Here we have the corner, here we cannot be in the corner. It's exactly the opposite. We need to be in this part of the shape, sort of, right? Or there, like in the center. So if we do that, we quickly get to this realization. That's the only way to complete this clue here, and you can easily copy it there, and that's the first step, I think. And there is no other way to solve this also. You can try to find something, but you can't. It's only solvable like this, as far as I see at least. So, the next step for me was looking at, I think, what was it? This one here, I think. Like, first of all, you can't join them. This one has to move up. Then it has to move 2 to the right. It can't do that here because we're cutting this one off, right? So that has to be here, the 2 to the right. So we have 3 to the top already. So we need 4 more to the top, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order to leave space for this here. Yeah, we need to move to the left here. So we have 2 to the left already, and we need 1 more. That could be here or there. That's unclear, okay? But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we only have 1 to add here. All the rest, basically I could draw a border. But first I'm going to look at this one here. Like, you can clearly or pretty quickly see, once you have this shape, that the place of this tile in this shape is here, right? It's coming from here, because it also needs to touch this copy sign here, right? The Gemini sign. So it goes down 2, then it goes 1 more to the left, and then it can't go down here because of this sign. It has to go down here. So it's simply tilted by 90 degrees. Now this one I can only extend here, which means I need to extend this up there. And that's the shape. We here have 1, 1, 3, and 6. And here we have 2, 7, and 3. Yeah. So now we can look at this one. This needs 1 to the right. If I did this here, what would happen? I would do something like that, and I can't get the 3. I can't copy the shape like that. Yeah. So that means I need to add this there, come from here, and then I can copy it like this. Okay. So that leaves us with the final Gemini data, Gemini sign here. I need to extend there. Can't go 3 there, so I have to extend this here until there, right? Which means this part needs to be this one of this sign here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go like this. Yes. So we've got 48. Yes, that's it. So there are 4 difficulty 5 puzzles. Let's see, they were here. They should be, they were very, very easy to find. So that's one of them. Yes, we got the shape bank, and we can start with which one here. Let's draw this border first. I think this one is a safe bet. We need 3 to the side of it, 2 at the bottom, and 1 above. Can only be this, right? The longer I'm playing this game now in a row, the more uncertain I'm getting about stuff, that I'm overlooking things, because obviously my concentration is waning a bit. What, 3 to the side? Yeah. And 1 to the top. That can only be this. Yeah. I need 2 at the bottom. Yes, yes, yes. That must be this. But that doesn't help us further. This one is also a good bet, I think. 3 to this side and 1 up north. Yes, that can only be the T shape, like that. There's no way to have, like, only 1 in opposite directions, right? Can only be the T shape. You don't have that in any other shape, so you can complete that as well. Here, this one can't be done like this is not possible. Something like this. Like you can't complete that, right? Because you need the 1 to the bottom. So that has to be like this, but the T is completed either here or there. We don't know, but we can definitely draw these borders around it already. What else do we have? We have 4 to the north. That can only be this shape. And this one here, this bottom part being like this, and I can't add it into the 3 here, so it has to be this one. The 3 to the right then, like we don't have 4 in a row, right? We don't have any shape that would, actually no, this would work. I could alternatively do this. 2 and 3. So that is unknowable for the time being, I think. Yeah, and here I could have this shape. What is this one here? Or actually, let's look at this one. This one has to be completed like that, right? Yes, with this part here. So this here, what is this? Oh yeah, now I can see how I need to complete this. I need to do this here as a U shape. If I don't do that, if I do this... Oh no, wait, what was it? This here? Then I can't reach this here anymore. I would have to do a U, but that interferes with this clue here. Okay. I'm surprised. I remembered this being like this, but I don't know. I'm as I said, I'm solving these puzzles on the fly. And then from here I can use the T shape, like this. Which means here I have another T shape. No, that doesn't work. Oh no, it's not a T shape. This can be this shape now. And there is a T shape, okay. Let's see here, now that we finished this one also, you can see that here you could use a T shape here, like this, and then there, but you can't complete this anymore. Yeah? So also here you need to use this shape, and then a U shape, okay? Which means I can't complete the T like this. I can't reach those two tiles here. I need to complete the T shape like this now. Okay. So now that we have two to the side here, this can be either either the U or this P. Let's see what we have from here. We have two T's. I see that immediately. We can't do that. We would need a T and an L or something. Yeah. It has to be this, like that, and a T here. Okay. Well, we gilded it already. There's so many more puzzles to come. And they're so difficult. Man. 5. Oh yeah, this is the grid I solved like 2 hours ago with the boxy. But now it's non-boxy. So, where to start here? This one has 1 to the left only. So it definitely has to combine with the 4 to become non-boxy. Okay? Problem is it can go anywhere. We need those 3, but it can be here or there. We don't know yet, at least. Could also be this one, actually. It's 2 above, right? But we can't extend it further to the south. Let's see, here we have a border. I can't do this alone with this tile here, right? Because I need to be non-boxy, so I need to definitely go into the 3 here. But we don't know if we extend there or there. But we know that this one cannot extend. Let's see what else. This is not an option to connect the 3 with the 4. And since it has to be non-boxy, we need this. This one could be connected with the 6, right? We have 1, 2, no, we have 4 to the top. We would end up with a 5 only, so we can't connect that. This has to be here. We have to go up. And then, since we can go up 1 maximum, we definitely have to go here. Regardless of whether we go there or not, we have to go here, like for 4, right? Because we can't go here, we would cut off the 3. That's what I failed to explain, yeah? So this is a must. The 6 then has to join the 4 here. And from here it becomes a bit complicated. I think yes, I have 2 already, so I need to go 1 more. I can draw these borders here, right? I can't join this 4 here, so I also can't go there. Now, can I go down here? That is the question. I can't go all the way down because I would create a shape that is non-boxy, also like this. I would be non-boxy, also I couldn't go into this direction. But what is happening when I do this here? When I have 1, I will still have to go there, right? Because I have 5 now. And then I still would have to go up there. I couldn't join this one. So what to do with the 8? Does that work? The 4 above would need this here and these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 8. I will definitely create a boxy shape like this. So it doesn't work. I can't go there. I can't join the 8. I can't go there. I can't go there. Could go here or there to complete this shape. That's not clear. Let's look at the 8 now. Okay? Because the 8 must be non-boxy first of all. And it is quite clear that I have to connect the 4 with the 8, right? Otherwise, like there's no way for the 8 to be completed, yeah? So let's do that. And let's try what we can do. We need 4 to the top. We could think of something like that. but what to do with the 3? Like, it's cut off. Yeah. So the realization you need here is you need a combination with 3. Like, there's no way you can see it from here already. Once this one is connected, you can see that the 3 must be part of this group, because you can't connect it with the 6, and you can't move out of here because of the 5 that will eventually have to go there. Also, you can't go on both sides of the border, right? So this has to be connected, okay? Since you have an 8 here, you can't connect it with the 5, you need this border. And now it's just like puzzling around a bit. Like, you need one more tile here in this line for this clue, right? So you have 4, that would be 5. And you need one more in this line, that would be number 6. Yeah. And you need one more in above this here. So it's puzzling. I don't remember actually. I think I need to go there. The one would be... Now we have... How many do we have? 6, yeah? So 1 to the left now and 1 to the right. That should work. We have 4. Like, this would be a possibility, right? This would work at least. 3, 1, and 4. And that's 8 in total. And you have a non-boxy here. That's the main thing. And here the 5 is also solvable. Like, the thing is that we can't do that. Like, because we create a boxy, it was rather clear that you need to add this one at the bottom here. Unless, yeah, no, actually it was, you could have deduced it, that this has to go at the bottom. And here, sort of, no, it's not the same reason, because you would have let this, anyhow. This is the shape, so the 5 has to move here, and the 6 with the 4 compass has to move here then. Okay, now you can realize that you can't combine these two, because you have 1 here, and then you need to move at least here or here. Like, that doesn't, it's already 5, right? It doesn't work. You need to move here and here, and you need to go either there or there. That's unclear, but here you can see now the 4 cannot extend here anymore. It has to go in there, which means the 3 has to extend here, and means the 4 needs to go there. So that in turn means that this one has to extend all the way up here. Can it be this 5? That would work, but the 2 is cut off. Also, I would have to extend one more to this side, so it doesn't fit. It has to be part of the 2, which means here I have 2. I can't add anything here, but I need one more to the right. If I did that here, I would cut this one off here, this region, from being completed. So I have to go up there. And I can't extend that anymore, because I am 1 to the left and 1 to the right. That's it. That also leaves this here complete perfectly. And now you can see that you can only complete the rest with the 4 like this, and this 2 has to be included here. Yeah? Like this. So there were 5s here also, right? This one was a 5, yeah. Range 5 to 8. All regions have an area between 5 and 8. So the first thing to see is, I think, that these here can't be combined, because you can only finish it like this then, and that's 4 only. Yeah. That means you need a border between them. The 2 then, that is the shortest, or the smallest way to complete this one, with the range of 5, right? With the minimum amount of tiles. So let's see how this one fits around it here, because you need to move around it. It's the only way to get there to 2. This way you would comply with the 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and with the 2, 1, 2. Is it possible to do that bigger? Like, I mean, basically it would be possible, like, I mean, since, no, actually it's not possible. Like, I don't have to show that actually. Like, here you're moving there already, and you can't cut it off there. Like, you can't join with this one, because you need already 4 tiles here. And in fact, since this is 8, right, the maximum range, there is no way that you can extend this region inside or shape it in any other way and not exceed the range limit for this region. So this one is complete in terms of these parts here, but to the other side we don't know if it may have to extend. no, this one can also be a border. So we can look at what now? I think we can look at this one, since we just did this here with that these can't touch. Here, it is not possible that you have 4 on this side and somehow move around it like here to reach 4 there, yeah? So here, this is a definitive combination between the two, and then you have to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Alternatively, you could move like this, yeah? But then you create regions that are too small, because like that you can't add the 5 here because you already have like all of them used up. So you need to move 4 like this, and then you can add the 4 here anywhere, but you can draw this border already. Okay. And I think now it's time to look at this here. I think that's the best approach, and because the 5 and this 5, they can't match, right? They can't go together, because that would inadvertently create something that is at least 10 big, right? You need 5 on this side of that one, and 5 tiles on the left side of this one. That's 10, and you're only allowed 8, so it doesn't work, right? You need to separate them. Now, the 5 here obviously is on this side somewhere. So can you do it like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you can't actually. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be this. But then this 5 would have to go out here, and the 3 cannot be combined with this one. Yeah? So it doesn't work. And that means you have to move this way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have 3 like this. You can't put the 5 here because you're losing this tile, like, or you're creating a region of less than 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me count again. And 3. This region is complete like this. So the rest is done with this one. Here you have 1, 2, 3, and it fits exactly with the 2 here. 4, 5 like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Can't be extended any further. So now you know the 4 here has to move this way. 1 can't move up there. 2 has to take this one, and it's either here or there. So let's look at the rest here. We need 5 to the left of this. Yeah. That means we need to combine it with any of these 2, maybe even both. I don't remember that part. But yeah, actually I see that already immediately. I don't know why I see these things so quickly by now. I solved too many of these puzzles. But let's see, can I do this in a logical fashion? Well, first of all, I can show that this one doesn't work, I think. 1. Then you would need 1, 2. You would have 3 here now. You would need 3 on that side, like this. That's 5 only. Yeah, because you need 2 here. If you want to join this one, then you would have to add this one. Yeah, like if the thing is, if you want to join these 2, and you have 3 here and 2 here, you need to account for the 2 tiles difference in this line. But you can't add another second line, another second tile here, because of the 3 that is already completed according to this clue. That's why this doesn't work. This has to be like this. Okay? And then you can easily do this here. You have 3 to the right of this one, east here. You have 3 west of this clue here, and you have 5 west. So that must be it. And it's not. Where's the difference? Where is the fault? Where is the fault? 3, 3, 3, 3. That fits. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I already have this one here. I didn't even have to join this. And then I have, oh no, then I have to take care of this in a different way. But this is easily done by this. Okay. Yes, okay. Same general things applied. But yeah, I overlooked that I already have one here. That tends to happen with these compass things. But I was happy that I was able to fix it easily. There's the final 5, I think. Oh yeah, this one is also a long puzzle. Best to start here with the 5, because that's an obvious insertion here, because you can't move it up there because you're only 3 to the north, right? And the 3 to the north are already here now. You can draw in this border here, and you also have 1 to the south now. Now you need to reach this one. This one needs to be 3 to the south. Given that we have a solitude, it can't be done like this, yeah, because you would lose this tile. You have to put it in there, and they have to be connected also, otherwise you would have one region of one tile without a symbol in it, right? You also have the 2 to the east now. We can draw these borders, we can draw this border also, but the rest may be extendable. Let's look at the 5. The 5 has 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so it needs to move at least there. With the 3 to the west here, it cannot move there and add 5 like to the top there somewhere. It doesn't work. So at least 2 it needs here. Could be more, however, if we don't need 3 here. Like we could put the 3 somewhere here also. I don't know. So let's look at this tile here. This tile cannot be reached from here. Also can't be reached from this clue. Can't be reached from this clue. No, it can't be reached from this clue. I can't move north of this line anymore. So I have to do that from here. There's no other way. Yeah. And let's look at this 9 now. Because the question really is if how we deal with this here. Yeah? Can we use this 9? We could move there and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. Then we would need 4 up here somehow, right? We don't have enough space for the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. And like this, it's already like 14 or 12 or something, like, yeah? So it's not possible to put the 9 up there, because you wouldn't have enough space for the 9 to be completed. Because the 4 will definitely cut this off. You have to move with the 4 there, and you can't go with a 9 there. So this 9 can't be used in here. Yeah? What is the maximum you can get in here from there? It's from this one here. If you move down one first, you could move 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to need something to reach this one here, at least, yeah? And that can only be this one now. Yeah. You can do 1, 2, 3. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the maximum I can reach from here. If I go like this, it's 1 less. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So where to go is unclear for the time being, but we need to take care of this one also, right? It can't move up here. So the only way, like it can't move through here also because it only has 1 to the right. The only way it can move is here. And then it has to move up there, which means the 9 has to be started like this, so that we have 4 to the south and then 1, 2, 3, 4 to the north. This one is complete here. Also at the bottom it's complete because we have 4, which means that 1 has to extend there. And this shape is complete like that, okay? And we indeed have 10 here, so we can also draw this border there. There is no other way this can be solved like this, yeah? So the 4 has to also be in this side. It needs to cover these 4 then. Like you could think about doing this and then going there, but you would simply lose this this tile. So that has to be done like this, yeah? You take this away, but we will have to add it later anyway. So, let's look at this 9 here, or maybe at the 4 first of all. Like, if this 4 doesn't cover this tile, it will not comply with the solitude rule. So we need this, and we need to extend it all the way here. Yeah? Then this one also has to be taken into this region, and this tile needs to be here for the 1, right? So the remaining tiles will all have to be done with the 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's this region here. So now we can complete this here, I think. Let's see, we have 2 to the bottom and 2 right of it. We still need space for the 3, so we can't do anything like that, because here we can only move 1 down, right? So the 2 to the right need to be something like this. Then I have the 3 here. This one can extend there. This one has to extend 1 down, and 2 to the bottom are this, and I still have 1 from here available. So that's the only way this can be solved, and indeed we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here now. This region is complete. Proceed, it's better to look at this one here, because this tile here cannot be reached from here. That's only 3 that I have. It could potentially be reached from there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But then I can't complete this one or that one. None of the 2 are completable with 3 to the bottom, right? So that's not an option. It can only be this region. It needs 3 to the bottom. This one as well. How's that done, actually? Oh yeah, we have 1 here already. So we need 1 here and 3 like this, right? There is a border. So 3 to the left here can only be done like this with 1 to the top. So this is complete here. Could potentially expand there still. And here we need 3 to the right also. Must be those. Can't cut off this here. Where are we finished? We are finalized here and there and there. But these 2 are still open. You could add stuff here. So now it's time to look at this here. We have 3 to the top. For the solitude reason, we need to start those here in the corner, right? We need to add this tile also. But that means we only have 2 left here. Let's first draw this border here and this one. Ah yeah, this one is actually complete like this, right? This can't expand anymore. We have only 2 left here now for this region. So the only way to get this is here. We could do that here. But then what is going to happen that here for the 2 to the top, I need these here, which I'm not even allowed. Yeah. That 2 here must be completed like this now, given that I need to come in here because of this clue here, the 0. That means that here I have to move around. Can I go up there? No, because I need 2 to the left of this clue here. I need these 2 at least here. So I need to go all the way here to get up there. Yeah, and then this one has to be completed, because now we have 3. How many do we have to the bottom? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by now. We are allowed 6. And we must have 6 also. Do we need this here? That's the question. Yeah? We can get to this tile only with this region. I can't go up here because of this clue. I can't go to the left because of this clue here. The 1 is already complete, right? So I need to extend here, and that adds up to 6. I can complete this region. Then I need to add this here and this here. Yeah? So now we simply need to fill this here. I need 2 to the right. I can't do that because I need to go in there also, right? So I need to do this here, and here we have 4 to the bottom and 2 to the right. It's a very good puzzle, I gotta say. It was really fun figuring out how to move, even though I made lots of mistakes, how this has to move in what way. But it's a really good puzzle. So that's 52, and that's what I need. So there's one difficulty 6 that was around down. It was down there, right? This one. Oh yeah, this one. I hope I can explain this properly. Let's see. What do we need? We need 6 above, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 4 here. Yeah, like, I mean, the 1 here. Can it be somewhere there? No, because I would need 4 here, which means I can't move around with the other remaining tiles for the 6. I can't move around that to fill this. So the 1 has to be there, yeah, in this position. And then I need the 4 tiles to the left of it. So I can draw this border here. I have 2 to the right and 1 to the bottom also still. Yeah, so let's leave that be, but the 6 then has to be done like this. And then the next question is how to, well, the main question of this is how to fill the board here. This tile here can only be reached by this one or by this one. What happens if I fill it with this one? Let's see. Yeah, we would have this. How many tiles do we have below this line now? That's what I want to know. I never checked it like this. We have 25 left. Okay. So how many do we need for this one? We have 1 plus 2 plus 4. That's at least 7 for this one. Yeah. So 25 minus 7 is 17. But I would need 19. I don't have that. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to show that that doesn't work, right? That is a valid conclusion, isn't it? 25 minus 7 is 17, but I would need 19 below this line, yeah. So I can't do that, okay? That means I have to move from here to there with this region. Now what about this one? This one also can't be reached from here or from there. It can only be reached from this one or that one. What happens if I do this? Exactly the same. Again, we end up with 17 where we need 19. So I don't need to draw here. That's actually the easiest way to deduce this. Also, this one needs to be part of this region. Now the only question is how to accomplish that. But the thing is that we need to be here. We can't go down here, right? Because we are only allowed here. So we need to leave something open here, right? And then that means in turn, like we can't do something like this because you have the solitude, yeah? We have to include another clue that can, like we have to move around another clue that can only be this one that can take the regions here. And indeed, you can see that immediately now that you have 4 and 1 and you have to move around that clue. Yeah. And then you have 5 left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 like this. And you now need to move into this one. Let's just draw them wildly now and combine it like this. Okay. So this must be the shape. Like you could also go here basically and try to move around it actually. Something like this would also be possible, potentially, yeah. Let's see how much we have at the bottom here. That's 17. Okay, we could still add something here. That's 19. So let's look at how we need to complete this region here, yeah. I'm cutting this off here to see like how much we have below, yeah. It's just better than over and over counting it. Because obviously we need 2 more here. And that can only be these 2. You could also move here, but then you don't have 1 to the bottom here. You also need 1 to the bottom here. So this looks very good. You have the 3, you have 2, 3 here now at the bottom, and then 2 here. That's the only way, like sort of that this can squeak through, right? 2, yeah, actually I think that looks good. How many do we have now? It's 18. So where to expand? We could go... That's the question. How many do we have to the left here now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I also need 1 more here. But I have to do this here. I can't reach this one, so this has to be this one. So the 18 is complete. I can't add anything. I can add them now together. I can't add anything on the left side of this line because I have 18 already. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means the only place for me to add something is here. And then I have 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This one is complete. It's all complete now. That was 1 difficulty 6 puzzle, 53. And there are 2 difficulty 7s. Let's do the one below here first. It's very well hidden, sort of. See if I can get this across. Oh, this also drove me so crazy, this puzzle. I hope I can explain the solution well, and I'm only giving proper conclusions and deductions here. Let's see. The thing is mainly about here the top. I have one that I can add to the top from here, and I could reach it with one tile from here, which means all the rest has to be taken care of by this tile. Okay. Furthermore, this corner here. Wait, no. Let's say like somewhere here, like this one, for instance. No, actually, this works. Like the thing is that the 5 can maximum reach, like cover 3 tiles at the bottom here. Yeah. And I could add one more from this one to the bottom here. So the rest has to be taken care of by this one. So I have to move this down somehow also, yeah? Furthermore, and even maybe more importantly, on this side here, the 4 can only take care of 2 maximum, and these 2 can't reach that at all. So the rest has to be taken care of by this symbol, yeah? So let's put this all together, sort of like with color coding, like as far as I can do that properly. This one has to cover a large part of this here, yeah, and also a large part of this here, okay? Whereas the 4 needs to be somewhere down here. Let's do this in red or in orange, maybe better. This one has to be somewhere here at least, yeah? So the question is, where can I put the 1 now, yeah? If I were to put it in the middle somewhere, like here, yeah, it would be next to impossible to get the 4 to the side and still cover the 5 around it to get there and there, yeah? You get my point? Because like I can only get the 1, and you see that's the minimum extent of the 4 here, yeah? I would have to move around this one. I wouldn't even be able to complete this, and I only have 5 below here, and I would need 3 below here, so you can see that this doesn't work. I can't put it in the middle, regardless where I put this. It matters the same if I put it here or if I put it here. It doesn't even matter where I put it. It can't be put anywhere in the middle. That's the main point of this, yeah? Even if you put it, let's say, here, you still have the same problem, right? And it means it has to be put on one of the ends of it, yeah? Okay, that was the main thing. Let's color code this back here. Now, can you put it here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That would basically fit, right? And why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this work, actually? I don't know. I never thought about this option. Here I have 5 to the bottom. Yes, I cannot reach these tiles here. Like, I could go down here, yeah, but then I would have to use this one to get these 2 tiles, because the 4 can't reach past this line anymore. Like, it doesn't have any juice here on that side of the on the left side of this line here, and I only have 5. I would need 6 to complete these 2, yeah. And if I don't do this, I would need even more, because then I would need these here also. I also need to do these here, by the way, like this line here, like, because this can't reach there and stuff, so it doesn't work, yeah. The 1 can only be on this side, yeah. But then how will the 5 reach to the top here? Everything here needs to be reached by the 5, and it also shows that you can't put the 3 in here, right? Because again, you would have to go around it, sort of, and you wouldn't be able to complete the 4, yeah? So, how do you reach that thing here if you still have to complete the 4? Like, yes, you can do this here, but again, you're cutting off the 3. How to do that? Well, if you can't reach it like this because the 4 is in the way, that means that you have to take off the original assumption and change it. The original assumption was that I have to move here, and I have to move this here around 5, like this. And then it's very simple to reach everything here and everything here also on this side, because I can't reach it from here, right? And then we are getting very much closer to the solution of the puzzle. Now, these tiles here are still a problem, right? Because, like, I guess I can add this here like this, right? But the thing is, if you do that, first of all, you need to add a 5 below here. So that would be something like this. Now, if you look at the amount of tiles that you have here, you need 4 for this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you need at least 2 for the 3. If you move in there, that's 6 already. You would need another 2 for this clue here for the 3. That would be 8. So you're here already. No, actually here. And you need 2 more. You can't fit this in. Let me show this in drawing. You need, for this clue, you need at least 4 in this line here, yeah? 4. For this one, you need at least 2. Like, if you went like this here. 1, 2, 3. You would need 2 in this line here. That would be here somewhere, and I'm just counting them in. It doesn't matter about the position. It's just about how many you need, okay? For this 3, if you were able to move it all the way to the side, which you're actually not, you would also need at least 2, like this. And for this one, you also need 2 more. You don't have that. So you can't do it like this. You need to remove those to have enough space here to comply with all of these requirements. Yeah. So how to do that? You need to extend this. You need to move all the way here, and you add the 2 here. Okay. And now we can look again at this, what I just did. Or actually, maybe I can show it. No, let's do it like this again, because I thought it was easier to see. For this clue here, yeah, I need 2 to the side here. Let's assume it's these 2, okay? Or like in this line, that's the important part. For this 2, I also need 2 to the side. Here, let's use these 2. Then for the 3 here, I actually need to use one of the 2. No, actually, that's too complicated. Let's color it. For the 3, I need to use at least one part of the 2 here, right? Because I can't extend all the way up, yeah? And for this 3, I can go all the way down. I don't need to use both of the 2, one of the 2s. But if I did, I could do it here, for instance, yeah? So for the 3, let's do it here. For the 3, if I go up and use 2 2s here, I need 2 2s at least beyond this line. That's the important part. I end up with only 3 tiles left here, right? For the 4, there's only 3 tiles left. So the main flaw in this is that this, like you're using 1 2 here and 1 2 in this line. You need to use one of these 2s in this line, and thereby creating one more tile for the 4 to take, okay? That's the problem, that all the 4 2s are in this line. Of this clue, the 2 2s are definitely in your way for the 4, but for this clue, this 2, you can at least move 1 out of the way into this line, and that's what you have to do. Otherwise, you can't solve this, yeah? You can shift the stuff around as much as you want, which is what I did. Like for, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour, I don't know how long I did it, until I realized what to do. We need one of the 2s here. That's the main thing. The 3 then must be extended like this. And then here, you have 2 here, and you need those 2 down here, plus 1, yeah, for the 4. And that fits nicely like this. This one here must be taken from this shape, okay? And that's how you solve this puzzle. Okay, that was the first difficulty, 7, right? That's 54, yeah. So only this one is left, the huge one. Oh man, 3.5 hours or something, right? What else? Here we have this and a solitude. Okay, let's start by looking at this clue here. I think that's the best access to this puzzle, because here you can only move one to the right and one to the south. Then you need two, however. That means you can't do that on the right side of the clue. You have to do that on the left side of the clue, somehow like this. Okay? Or like this. The problem being that the one here can now only be completed like this. But you can't do that, because you're cutting off the 4. So that means you need those, but what to do, you have to move around it. Like this. And this one is complete also, okay? We could also focus on the 2 now, but because basically I can complete this like that. I could also do something like this here and go any other way, but in order to figure that out, it's better to look at something else, okay? Wait, let me go back to the standard pattern here. Now we can look at the 5 here, yeah? Because the 5 has above it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the minimum I need if I stay in this region. That's the main thing, because like this 2 here could only be completed like that. Again, cutting off the 4. Yeah? That means it's not an option. I can move maximum like this here, and then the 2 could go here. But how to do that? I need one more above this line for this clue here, right? And I can't do that here because that's as far as until here. That's as far as I can reach with the 4 to the right here, okay? So I have to use this one. I need to get there somehow. The problem being that there's the 3 and the 2 in the way, yeah? So let's see how we can place them so that I still have a connection to this one. I need to move down 1 and then 2 to the right. That would be the most obvious choice. So let's see how that works. We would have to move here and here and here. It looks fine. We can add this one to this region, and indeed we have 4 to the right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so yeah, actually that looks fine, and it deals with all the problems we had. So we can draw borders here, and we should do that by now, I think. Like we have 4 to the right, we can't add anything here, we can't add anything above this line also. But here to this side we can add wherever we want, okay? The 3 and 2 here are complete. This one is also complete. I'm going to color them once I touch them here, like this. Now our problem in fact is this one here. We can move one up, and we have to move one up. But how to deal with this here, with the one to the east? Or maybe first of all, let's deal with this one here. Yeah, with the 2. Now we can deal with it like this. We could in fact consider doing that also. Not sure if that is actually correct. Yes, it should be correct, because I can't go here. Yeah, I can't go there. I can't do this here because I'm cutting this off. So I have to do it like this. Now I have 2 to the right. Oh no, actually I need 1 more. How do I do that? I don't even remember. I need to go up here. This is how I need to do it. 2 like this, that's the only way. Yeah. Because this one has to move up. Could have done this as a starting clue actually, that this goes up here, because... Oh no, could have gone up here before I had this filled in. So yeah, this one can only go up like this, 2, and then this region is complete when I have 2 down here. Yeah, because I didn't use the one tile here with this one. So the 4 goes like this. The 3 then goes 1 to the right and 3 down here. Then it has to move up. And then it can be completed either like this or like this. Regardless, I need those 2 tiles. I can't add anything here. I can draw this on already. No, let's leave this like this, but I don't know there. I can draw this line also. So now we can go on here and focus on the 1. Because from here on here it's difficult to see. I don't think you can make real conclusions. You can just try stuff. So here we need 1 to the right. We need to go here, here, here. At least here. Here we could achieve 1 to the right. We could alternatively do this here. 1 to the right. Yeah. So in order to figure that one out, it is necessary to look at this region here. I think, at least. The main problem being this tile here. You can't reach it from the left side, you can't reach it from the right side, you have to reach it from here. Okay? Now, if I can't reach it from this one also here, also can't reach it from there. If this one is going up, it's either here or here, right? Let's draw it in here for now. And if this one is going left here, it's somewhere here, right? So how could I reach it? I definitely can't reach it from outside here, from here. That's definitely impossible because I would have to move this here, and this one is either like this or like that. Yeah, so it's cut off. I can't reach it with the 2 here. So the only place left to reach this, like it's not this one, like it's not from the outside, it has to be something here. But this one can't reach there, this one can't reach there, this one can't go up that far, this one can't reach there, I can't get out with this one, it can only be this one. Okay? And it can't move through this here, because then I can't complete the 1 anymore. It has to move here. Yeah? The 1 can be completed. This problem we'll deal with later. But this is basically possible because I can move out now and do that here somewhere. So now we can focus on this here. Because I have to move 1 to the left here. I can't complete this like this. Because it can't go up. I need the 1 like this here. Okay? And that means in turn that this one, or this 1 to the right, has to be here. This one is complete. This one is complete. These are all complete. This one can move 1 to the right. We have this space here. And in order for this one, I can't move up here because I already have 1. I need to use this one now. This one is complete now. As is this one. Let's finalize all of these. It's easier to see where I made a mistake in the end. No, this one I cannot finalize because here I need to move 2 to the bottom also, yeah. But I think the rest is done. So this one here has to move out here. This one is also finalized now. So either we go here, here, or here for this clue, right? So where? That has to do with this section here, with the 4 2s in opposite directions. It's pretty easy to see that you're running into problems if, like, for one of them, if you just try stuff, yeah. Also the other way around doesn't work like this. You could do this here and maybe 1 there. No, but you need 2 below. It just doesn't make any sense, yeah. So what you need to realize that the problem is that that's very difficult to explain. That you only have a finite amount, obviously, of tiles in between, and you have a border here, and whichever way you use it, like, you always don't make use of this one. Here, like this could have move here, but that's just 1, right? Like now you have 2 here, 2 here for this one, 2 like this one, 2 for this one. You need to make use of this one. That's the one that's missing. So how can you make use of this one? Because it's not important for this here. For these clues. This tile is only relevant to one of these 2. And I can't reach that with this one, so I have to reach it with this one. And the obvious way to do that is like this. Yeah? I hope that makes sense. And now, from here, you can see that this one can be completed like this. Here you have 2. Here you have everything free, right? Like this. And you have 1 more left here for this one. So you have to move around here and like this. It's not exactly logical what I'm saying here, because I think logically speaking, it's very difficult to really rule out everything that would be possible. But this is the approach to figuring out that you're always missing a tile, basically, regardless which way you do it. When you count the available tiles, like I did before in the puzzle, then you see that you have to make use of this tile. That is the problem in this puzzle. Yeah? Now that we solved this here, we can see that there's only one tile left for this clue, and it's this one. We can also finalize these now. Here we need to move 2 to the right. Now that we solved everything up there, that can't be done like this, because we need the one to the left here, like this. So we have 2 to the right here. This one could extend to the right, but we also need something here, so it must be coming from this region. And that one is complete now. It can't extend anymore. This one also can't extend. This one can't extend. This one is complete. This one can extend into every region here, basically, but we can actually fill these already, like this. This one is also complete now. We can draw a border here. And here we have a problem, actually. The 1. Why didn't we see that before? Because we were focused on this problem, but that's the easiest problem. It's exactly the same fix as here, right? You simply move around it, because you can extend this as much as you want here in this region. So let's finalize this one also, and you can see now it also has to move into this area there. We need to draw this border here. Here we need, we could go in here, but we need at least these here for this one, right? So this one has to move down 1. This can only be this one now. Can't move up. Oh, come on. Can't move up and can't move to the right. Can't join this group here. So the 4 actually has to be something like this. About this tile, we'll have to see later. It could be this here. It could be this. This one has to move 1 to the right. So now we can look at this problem here again, maybe. I hope I can make sense of this now. So what happens if we do this here? Okay. Then we need to go 2 here, and we have 1 thing left. How to reach that? We have only 1 left here from the 4. Here we have 1. We can't reach it. We need this tile to be reached by this clue. There is no other clue that can reach it. Yeah? And the only way it can do that is by moving here. Could also do it like this, but then the 1 couldn't be completed, right? So it has to be done like this. Oops, like this here, coming from the other side, which means the 3 has to be completed like this, and this one is a region of its own. Now we have 1 here, and that completes this region, and the only thing that's left is this one here. We need 1 to the right, that fits perfectly, and here we need 4, like this. So that's the difficulty 7 puzzle, and it is deservedly so a difficulty 7. Very heavy deductions, very difficult to find. If you want to really solve this without the check progress button and reveal errors or whatever, you need lots of time, is my guess. But it's a really nice puzzle anyway. So we have 55 puzzles. That's all the white and brown print puzzles in the compass sections, and we approach 4 hours in a row, my longest video ever. But it was worth it, I gotta say. I hope everything that I said made sense, and maybe here and there I could help you out. Next time, next video, I will finally get to this puzzle and then get to the spiral island here. Read some more stuff here. Actually, I could have done that before already, right? Can I reach that already? I can... No, I can only see this here. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then, I say bye.